The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your SuperChats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
The Jets could actually learn a lot from the dysfunction happening with the Giants. We'll talk about that, plus the latest on the Jets as they get set to play the Dolphins on Sunday. Nick Shine will join us. It's the Jake Asman Show. Let's hit it and get it started.
Ho, 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 big cho, cho, cho.
A new chapter for the Jets has started. Aaron Glenn and Darren Muji are tasked with shaping the future of this franchise. Will they be the ones to finally get it right? We will be here for every step of the journey on the Jake Asman Show, breaking down all the storylines, every game, and everything in between. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super Chats, baby. Cut the line. The Jake Asman Show starts right now.
Here we go, here on a Hump Day Wednesday. Welcome in, everybody. Hit the like button. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Reminder, join the Patreon if you haven't. It will give you access to the Discord. It will give you bonus shows. It will give you 20% off year-round on every item in the merch store. And if you sign up for the year, you earn 10 raffle tickets automatically applied to that week's weekly raffle. Shout out to everyone on the Patreon, including our most recent Patreon members, the Gabagool, Jordan Powell, Stone Cold Swagger, Chuck Wagon, and Robin Boy Wonders. With that, we say hello to our good friend Nick Shine, who joins us in his weekly Wednesday spot. Nick, the Jets now have 3 wins, and they take on the Miami Dolphins on Sunday. How are we feeling about the state of the Jets right now?
I'm liking it, Jake. I really am. Because a couple weeks ago, we were 0-7, and people were talking about a 0-17 season. And you know me, I'm captain positive, and I was saying I don't think they're that bad. I think there's some things that they can start to do better. And now they've won 3 out of 5, and they have a couple more winnable games. You know, they're not getting blown out week after week. The games that they lose, they're just short. You know, I'm liking to see the ship turn, Jake, because when you're in the first year of a regime, you want to get better as the season goes on. You want the water level to rise. You want to have less things that you have to improve upon going into year 2. And I think you're starting to see that with the offensive line. We're seeing some weapons added. We made some nice additions on the defense. There are some positives here. Are we a dominant team? No. But you can see with the Patriots this year, it doesn't take a lot to really get that to turn around. So everyone get better. That's the goal week to week. Every play, every rep, get better. And we're starting to see that. Now, people might not like that. There are people who think that one draft pick, 4 or 5 spots higher, is going to drastically change the organization. You know what's going to change the organization? The team being better. And the team finding ways to win is going to help out more than just having one pick a couple spots higher.
Especially in a year where it's not even clear who you're tanking for, so to speak, or like what top pick, is even going to be available for you to take a certain player in that spot, right? So there's a lot of unknown, and at this point, like there's 5 games to go. I'm with you. Let's see wins, and if they lose, it's an easy thing to rationalize in your brain of, okay, we lost. At least we're picking a little higher now. But you look at this game on Sunday, and we're presented by FanDuel, Jets, and the Dolphins. Here's the latest look at the betting line. They're a 2.5-point underdog. It's a division game. Aaron Glenn has not won a division game yet since he's been the Jet coach. They have never beaten Tua. Like, this is an opportunity for the Jets to essentially end the Dolphin season. They've won 4 of their last 5 games, but get a division win, continue to build on what you've been doing. Because, again, if you want to talk about the Jets playing better, it needed to translate to some wins along the way. Otherwise, it's just hollow. So let's see how they come out and play Sunday, because I think it's another litmus test to kind of see where this team is at going forward.
Absolutely. And the stadium's empty. There's no home field advantage. We were there for the Carolina game, and the Carolina fans were louder than we expected. There's a large Dolphin fan contingency in the Northeast here. So we're not even going to have a home field advantage. It's sad, really, but when you put a product out like this and Woody wants to charge the prices, the fans aren't going to show. It's just the reality of it. So when I'm looking at the Dolphins, here's what I see. I see a quarterback who wants to get the ball out quick. The key to beating Tua is take away his first read. And then he gets happy feet. He shuffles in the pocket. He's not as clear. The ball will sail. There's ways to force him into making mistakes. So hopefully the defense and Wilkes can do that. Take away Waddle. A-Chain is going to be the same sort of runner with getting to the outside of the perimeter that Robinson was, and we saw that was an issue for us. The cutbacks, Sherwood and Quincy have to have better games in order to contain him because he does have that home run hitter ability. And offensively, just keep moving the ball, man. Get the ball out quick, design it, utilize Brees more this week. I know he was a little upset with his comments. It sounded like, with being a decoy, but I think you put the game on his back this week again.
He wasn't upset. That was you just saw the tweets that it was taken out of context. He wasn't upset at all. He even tweeted about it. So don't worry about that at all.
Okay.
But the one thing to note with Miami, Tua leads the league in interceptions. Like if the Jets can't get a pick now, when are they ever going to get an interception? My God.
I don't think. Will we? You betting it? You betting Tua to throw a pick?
I'm not because they haven't done it all year. So why would I think it to be anything different? I mean, I'd love to be wrong, but I don't see it. But this would be the week to do it.
It would. It would be fun. I mean, even the balls that oversail, like you see, they short hop us. We're not even in position for. There was one the other day that Cousins overthrew the guy on like a 15-yard in. It's like, oh nope, our safety's turned. He's running downfield. Like we can't even get the easy ones that everyone else gets. It's actually remarkable how long this streak is going without an interception. When you see teams like a 350-pound defensive tackle will get one and get a return out of it. It's the Jets, man. But it's not all bad.
No, I mean, the defense has been certainly better than it was when they were, the worst defense in the league at the beginning of the year. They were on pace to allow more points than any Jets team ever. I still don't think they have, the right coach on that side of the ball, though. Like, I think Aaron Glenn needs to seriously consider bringing in a new defensive coordinator afterwards. But, the one thing for Glenn, they're playing hard for him. And again, it's a division game. And probably one of the worst moments of the Jets season was that Monday night debacle in their building when the Jets lost that one and dropped to 0-4. Let's see, real improvement here. And you're getting the Dolphins, a, warm weather team in the cold. Tua has never won a game in sub 40-degree temperatures. It is supposed to be sunny, but under 40 degrees on Sunday. Again, you're looking for things to kind of check off for a first-year coach and first-year coaching staff. Getting a division win at home, to me, feels important, especially because you look at the other two teams in the division besides Miami. New England's not going anywhere. Buffalo, as long as they have Josh Allen, is going to be in the mix. Like, Miami feels like a team that if you're going to, make some hay next year, you got to prove you could beat them. And, again, they've never beaten Tua. So I do think there is something to finding a way to winning this game and going out there and continue to build on what we have seen these past couple of weeks where they've won 3 of 5.
Yeah, I am all about positive momentum going forward. And if you can do the things that you just listed, and I just pulled up the Weather Channel, it's supposed to be 43. So 1 o'clock is probably the warmest part of the day. We might just miss the 40-degree marker for Tua, but you got to win this game, right? You got to build that momentum. You have to take the division opponent out. You have to
I have good
show
news
that
for
things
you.
are getting better.
I got the stat wrong. Hold on. I got the stat wrong. This is good news. It is sub 45 degrees. The Dolphins have lost 7 straight games, including the playoffs. Their last win coming 2019, week 17 at the Patriots. 14 of their last 15 games, including playoffs, in sub 45-degree temperatures, they have lost. So maybe not under 40, but if it's under 45, the stat still applies, people.
Yeah, do the Jameis Winston. Yeah, with where we're at though as a team, build upon it. You won 3 out of 5, 4 out of 6. We lost so many games in the beginning of the year where it was just miss, right, Jake? Like we had the Miami game, with the fumble at the 1 that changed the whole game. We had the Denver game with Fields missing the easy 8-yard out to Garrett Wilson that would have been a field goal attempt from Folk. So there's a couple games that Carolina not having offense. There was a couple games where if you win 3 or 4, now all of a sudden you're at 6 wins, and now everyone's talking about a potential wild card. So I don't think we were as bad as people were making it sound out to be, and get as many wins as possible because I don't want the weight of the world on the rookie quarterback to be the savior, and that's what Jets fans do. He's our savior. All right, relax. It was a 2-14 team. There's a lot of saving that needs to be done. Oh wait, what if he comes into a 7-10 team, or 6-11? Now you're only a couple wins away from being in a wild card. So I don't want the weight of the world on a potential rookie quarterback with the Jets. I want the structure to be so sound that we can carry the rookie quarterback and build him up instead of looking at him as a savior. So the better we do now, the less pressure would be on a rookie coming in.
Again, we don't even know like what the Jets' plan is at quarterback, which rookie they would pursue. So until like they go out there and we get to like the last game of the year and we know, hey, if they lose out, they could be this. Like, I'm with you, man. I'm not going to sit here and like be actively rooting against my team. Now, if they were to lose, does it hurt as much as it would if it was at the beginning of the year? No. But I want to continue to see improvement. And again, the tanking crowd, you can't have it both ways. You can't say you want to see this team compete and improve, and you want to see Aaron Glenn prove that he's a good coach, and then you watch the Jets go out there and win some games, and you're upset about that. Like, if you want improvement, then naturally with improvement, it will lead to some wins here. And I still think the Jets are going to be picking in the top 10 when it's all said and done. I think they only win one more game. Maybe they win two. But I had them winning against Atlanta. I could see them winning either this game or the Saints game, and that's about it. But maybe I'm wrong, and they shock us and beat a New England or Buffalo in Buffalo last game of the year. I did want to bring up, though, the New York Giants because I saw a tweet from Tony Vegas on X, and I started thinking about this, and I think this is an interesting point. He tweeted while watching the Giants get absolutely destroyed in primetime by the Patriots and one of the more embarrassing performances you'll see. He tweeted, "It's cool the Giants have Jackson Dart and stuff, but it feels like a prime example of why you rather have an infrastructure with a coach that could build a program before a QB." And look, we all understand that the Jets need a quarterback. It's not Justin Fields long term. It's certainly not Tyrod Taylor long term. But again, if you don't have the right infrastructure for the quarterback, the right coaching staff for the quarterback, we've even seen this with Sam Darnold in recent Jet history. It doesn't matter. So again, the idea that winning doesn't matter at this stage of the year, I think it does matter for Aaron Glenn and his staff who are trying to prove they belong and establish their program here. So I thought this was a good way to kind of encapsulate the importance of winning because the Giants do have a good young quarterback in Jackson Dart, but they can't win any games with him. And they haven't been able to win any games, no matter who their quarterback has been the last few years. Because if your GM stinks, if your coach is horrible, it's not going to matter. And that's why I'm encouraged by what we have seen from Muji in season with all these deals. First draft class looks pretty good. So give Glenn credit for that as well. And I think Glenn, after being a horrific head coach the first 7 weeks, has shown real signs of improvement, which I think is also encouraging. So your thoughts on this perspective here, comparing the Giants' dysfunction to what the Jets are going through right now?
Oh, well, it's kind of like we passed the baton over to the Giants with dysfunction, right? Because a kicker driving his foot into the ground a foot and a half behind the ball is a very jet-like thing. Firing your coach in season, very jet-like thing. Firing the coordinator 2 weeks later is jet-like, right? Having a player watching that type of video in a meeting, that sounds like a Jet story. So it's awesome that we've handed that chaos baton over to them. And I love Aaron Glenn. You know that. I love him as a player, and I believe in him as a coach. And I think the way you see these players rally around him, the structure is being built. The foundation is coming together. And we compare it to the Lions a lot, right? They started 0-10-1. We started 0-7. Their first pick was Penny Swell. Their first pick was Membo. There's a lot of correlation here. And you see the team coming together. And you see the type of players they're bringing in, right? Offensively, they want speed. They get Mitchell and Mechie, who were considered throw-ins in the trade. And we were like, what are we going to do with these guys? But now you see they actually have a plan. And it's nice that our general manager and our head coach are in sync with one another. They went and got the Phillips and Briggs and Brownlee on defense, and these guys are playing major roles. So the more they identify players, I'm excited. You know that I'm always going to be positive about things. I'm always going to look for the hope down the road. The fact that we're identifying and finding players to bring in who can contribute to this team and help them win now gets me really excited with what we could do with these draft picks. And if they're in sync and they find the right players that they know how to coach, and dude, I think it has the potential to come together very quickly. Of course, the quarterback is a huge piece of that, but having a dominant defense again, having that dominant offensive line,
Not with this
having the
coordinator.
weapons.
Not with this coordinator. You will not have a dominant defense.
I listen, I'm not gonna. I want to see how it plays out. I'm not against firing them. I'm not against keeping them. I got to see how it plays out still because there has been improvement. Right, we were number one in multiple weeks with yards per carry. Now that we got some bigger bodies up front, after we moved Quinn in, we got better against the run. I think that a better safety, better linebackers, and another more physical defensive end who matches or exceeds Jermaine can really help this defense. So I think there's personnel additions that can help, but I'm not against Wilkes. I'm on the fence right now with Wilkes. I think it's still to be determined. I know many like Black Gypsy want him gone. I know you're leaning that way, but I got to see how it plays out. I think there's still room to give hope going forward.
I mean, they don't have an interception this year, Nick.
I know.
They have 2 turnovers all year. One of them was on special teams. Doesn't even count for the defense.
I know. I just think that it's not a given right now. And I think Aaron Glenn believes in his people. And I think Aaron Glenn is slightly stubborn and will want to prove people that we turned it around and we got it right. So that's why I'll factor that in too. I don't think it's a given right now, to be completely honest.
No, I don't think it's a given either. And that's why I'm saying it's a problem because they will not win with Steve Wilkes as their defensive coordinator. And this is where the head coach of the team needs to acknowledge that hire was a mistake and they need to get someone in that could be a more modern DC.
Yeah. I mean, I could see it happening, but I still think Wilkes has a chance to retain the job.
I mean, sure, he's got a chance. I'm just telling you, like, I think you're talking about you're an optimistic person by nature,
Yeah.
and I don't think you could be very optimistic. You said the defense could be dominant next year, not with Steve Wilkes.
Okay, that's fair.
I mean, I like it's not good enough, man. And again, even watching the film review yesterday and just seeing the coverage breakdowns that they continue to still have, and they didn't have Drake London in that game. Like, it's concerning. I think there's some things to like about the improvements we have seen. The defense has not done enough to me to warrant retaining the defensive coordinator. I just don't see it.
I mean, it's fair. I look at it more as there's personnel issues too, right? Like Quincy and Sherwood were horrific in coverage. Like that's on them because they were bad in coverage previously. So you can't, change the tiger stripes. And listen, if Wilkes goes, I'm not going to be upset about it, right? But I just think that there's still time for that to be determined. That's all. I'm not there yet to say it's got to happen.
5 games for it to be determined. That's what we're looking at. I mean, again, everyone wants to use the Lion comparison. Well, Dan Campbell fired Anthony Lynn, made a coordinator change after year 1, and then promoted Ben Johnson. Different side of the ball, but there's your Lions comparison for the day. Comments, questions, super chats will cut the line. Today's raffle prize is a Jets jersey of your choosing. Jets Legends jersey. Joe Namath, Joe Klecko, Curtis Martin, Wayne Corbett, Darrell Revis, Nick Mangold, and Keyshawn Johnson. If you don't win, I'm excited to announce our first top prize in next week's weekly raffle. Congrats to our 3 winners yesterday in raffle number 51. Here's the top prize in raffle 52. It's a signed helmet by Broadway Joe Namath. So there you go. Enter for your chance to win. Kevin writes in, I have no idea why the Giants want to let this GM pick the next coach. The dude is cheeks. The Giants really have jetsed it up with this Joe Shane situation. Allowing him to potentially pick the next head coach could limit the quality of candidates they get. Whereas if they cleaned house, it's an attractive job because of the young quarterback they do have in place and some of the other pieces they have on the team. So I'm with you, Kevin. And again, I think the Jets and the Giants, when you look at what each team has right now, the Giants have a young quarterback and they don't have a coach or a GM you believe in. The Jets, they're playing better. There's some young pieces, but they don't have a quarterback. And again, if you want to argue winning matters, I think the Giants are a good example of why you can even have the quarterback and it doesn't matter if you have terrible coaching and a terrible environment for that young quarterback.
Yeah, and I think if you're Shane, you can go to the Giants and say, "Hey, listen, we've structured this where we've had these leads. The talent is there. We need better coaching. I brought in the right players. We've had leads late in the game, and it's just collapsed because of coaching decisions. So I think the Giants are very loyal. It's shocking that that they got rid of the coach in season. That's very ungiant like from my recollection. I don't know the actual statistics on it, but I always remember them letting guys ride it out. When you look at Dart, I mean, another Jet thing is the quarterback not knowing to get down. That was
Yep.
another thing, right? That was be like a Jet thing. I remember they brought in Joe Girardi to teach Sanchez how to slide. You didn't bring Aaron Boone in to teach Dart how to slide. It's very Jet-like over there right now, and I don't want to talk about it too much because I want it to stay that way. But I'll take the Jets being the stable organization in New York, and I'll take the Jets being the team that's getting things right and not being negative and not having these crazy stories come out because we've been there, we've lived it, and I think I speak for all of us when I say we're sick of that crap. Let the stories be about victories on the field. Let the stories be about the team getting better. That's it.
Austrian Jet Fan is the first to enter today's raffle. AJF, the Austrian Jet Fan. Thank you, sir. You're in for one. The Hennessy Heisman says Steve Wilkes' last 6 jobs lasted 1 year for each of them. We have to upgrade for him. On a positive note, I like what I've seen from Muji so far. I think the 2 people associated with the Jets that aren't players that have distinguished themselves the most during the season are Darren Muji in the front office and Chris Banjo, the special teams coordinator. What say you, Nick Shine?
I mean, Banjo is elite, right? He's top notch. The special teams are on pace to be one of the best ever since '02, right? I think they're top 3 special teams. The DVOA is 11.3. The record is 11.8. And I think that was the '02 Saints. Saw that tweet come out the other day. So it's not just they're not good; they're like generationally good. The special teams, it's amazing, and they let Williams go and come back, and he's been an impactful player. You got Nwangu, who missed a couple games, but he's come back and been a very big part of it. Our Nate's guy Stiggers has been tremendous in taking over that main gunner role. And you saw a message from him on Instagram about how Banjo comes in and preaches about everyone buy in and not just buy in and references to like faith, and the players have rallied around that. So it looks like Glenn made a tremendous hire there, and that might not be a guy that we hang on to for too long. That might be a guy who gets a bigger opportunity one day. They love this guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, a comment here from at L2 the Megain, or however you pronounce this. Screw you two for ruining the names for everyone. I want an Austin McNamara jersey in the raffle. If you enter the raffle just for you, I'll come up with a way to get an Austin McNamara jersey. How about that? A little listener experience customization here on a Wednesday. Hit the like button if you're just tuning in. Nick Shine is with us here. Jets Dolphins on Sunday. We're talking about that. Jet fans, you rooting for wins, or are we still on Team Tank? How are we feeling at this stage of the season? Let's get to this comment here from Connor. What if the Jets and the Giants joined forces and made one team? Could be a win-win. You actually would have a damn good team if you did combine them. Now, let's assume full health for the sake of this conversation, because we'd have Garrett and then Malik Neighbors as our 2 receivers. We would have Jackson Dart as our quarterback. We would have Brees Hall and Cam Scatterbo as our 2 running backs. Our offensive line, we'd have Andrew Thomas and Armand Membu as our 2 tackles. We'd have I'm trying to think of the Giants guards, that they'd be better than the Jets guards. I'd have to double check that. I think Tippmann would definitely be one of our guards, but he might be best served at center on this team. I'd have to look into it. Defensively, we'd have like a sick pass rush. Brian Burns, Kayvon Thibodeau, Will McDonald, Jermaine Johnson, Abdul Carter. Yeah, we'd be pretty sick if we did combine these teams.
Yeah. The Mason Taylor, Theo Johnson tandem would be really good at tight end.
Dylan says we would get GVR back. That's right. Greg Van Roten is one of the guards. Forgot about GVR.
Deals off.
Let's see. Ralphie says, can I take my Sam Darnold number 14 and put McNamara on there? Amen. Amen. Hey, by the way, I'd like to call out specifically Bang Mateo, who's been trolling my comments for years. Bang, you either call in during this show right now or you're done for the day because I'm sick of your comments. They annoy everyone in the chat. All you do is type. All right, enough with the YouTube fingers here. Call in, show your face, to quote Bobby Midnight, or you're done. DONE for today's show.
I was just about to say, are you calling them out and you're typing? I'm like, are you channeling your inner Bobby? And then you caught yourself doing it.
Had enough of Bang Mateo's nonsense. I can see the
I'm
chat.
fancy with my typing and my words.
Nate with a super chat here. He joins the raffle for 2. Thanks, Nate. R.I.P. Spencer Green and his $10 useless super chats. You know, let me say this about Spencer Green. I like Spencer, or at least I thought I did, but he bet me a significant amount of money. Ravens, Jets. He said if the Jets win, I owed him $700. If the Jets lose to the Ravens, he'd pay me $100. Haven't seen Spencer Green in the chat since that very game. He has not paid me. I emailed him. He got back to me a couple days later saying, oh, yeah, man, I'm finishing up law school for the semester. That was a couple weeks ago now. And a guy who was in here every day has seemingly disappeared. So, Nate, you might be onto something. R.I.P. to Spencer Green. And I might never get that $100 that he owes me.
This is a guy who super chatted quite often. How do you not just pay the debt? Like, you were contributing that. That's wild.
Yeah.
Wild. I guess mom and dad's credit card, they shut it off on him.
Yeah, let me see the last time we had correspondence with him. November 26, 7 days ago. Yeah, man, I have finals, and I've been working on getting ready for the 4th round of playoffs. What's up? I'm going to write to him right now. You ever going to call in / pay up on our bet? Many think you are ducking us.
Wow.
And then I will even send him a screenshot of the super chat here from Nate. So he sees that people are questioning him and putting money where their mouths are. So that's the latest with Spencer Green.
Did you do it yet? How long do I have to hold this post?
I already did it. You're good. Comments, questions, super chats. They cut the line. Let's see. Nate says he's a loser in Alabama. They don't even practice law down there. Jeez. Tell us how you really feel about Spencer. J-Quest, guy's a clown.
And you know what, Nate? Hell yeah. Go Dogs. Georgia versus Alabama Saturday. I'm a Georgia fan. Nikki's an Alabama fan. It's going to be fun.
Tom A says,
putting up the Christmas tree first, and then we're going to watch Georgia, Alabama. So get that holiday spirit going here in the Shine residence.
Tom A. Spencer Green can't argue his way out of a paper bag. How the F is he going to litigate in the courtroom? Hennessy says, Spencer went full Geno Smith in 2015. Yeah, but remember the Geno Smith incident was over apparently a $300 plane ticket.
Wow.
Unreal. Well, Spencer, if you're out there, people have called you out. I still want to believe in you. And maybe you'll call in and you'll prove these naysayers wrong. Yankees Rock says, that tweet is BS. Look at the Patriots. They just needed the coach. I would prefer the young quarterback. Yeah, but getting the coach is hard. And turning around an organization that's just been nothing but losing is very difficult to do. Now, there's exceptions. Mike Vrabel's phenomenal, but that's hard to do. And again, if we leave the season feeling better about our coaching staff, at least the head coach and the offensive coordinator, the O-line coach, certainly we feel great about the special teams coordinator. That's not nothing, even if it cost us some slots in the draft. Because again, I think you and I have agreed with this, Nick. If there's an opportunity for the Jets to move up within reason for their quarterback, I think they're going to do it. And I think the Jets understood that there was a chance they were going to win some games here, so they protected themselves by giving themselves all this ammunition to wheel and deal and make trades.
Yeah. they're going to jump. If they are all in on a player, they have the ammunition to do it. And I would rather that rookie quarterback come in, like I said, to a 6-win team than a 2-win team or a 1-win team. Like you see what the Titans are doing. I don't want to be number one back to back years. I want to build a good structure. I want the coaching to improve. I want the players to buy in. And I want the quarterback to come into a good situation, not a shit show. And we've brought multiple quarterbacks in a row into straight up shit shows. So I want to be done with that aspect of being a Jet fan.
It's well said. Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. Reminder, we got a jersey raffle at the end here. If you want to win a Keyshawn Johnson jersey or Mangold, Revis, Corbett, Curtis, Revis, and of course, the great Broadway Joe Namath, also Joe Klecko. Streamer acting up. It's not letting me show the pictures in the order it's supposed to go, but you guys know the Jets Legends jersey deal by now. Comments, questions, super chats, they always cut the line. We are going to get to your calls as well. But first, a comment here from JQuest. How come no one's talking? How the Lions aren't making the playoffs without Glenn? Early on, it was, the Lions have been better without Glenn. Well, I mean, I think Ben Johnson has a lot to do with that too, JQuest, no? Like
it's a big combination. Campbell's down to play caller. They've lost both coordinators. That's a big hit to overcome, man.
100%. They've also had some injuries to their offensive line, and not being able to get Frank Ragnow out of retirement is a big blow because they've had issues there all year.
And now St. Brown,
he's
right now on Thanksgiving Day. I don't know how long that is.
Yep. I think the proof is in the pudding with Ben Johnson. The Bears right now are the 1 seed in the NFC. I think the loss of Ben Johnson has been more detrimental to them than Glenn. And that's not me trying to knock Aaron Glenn. It's just Ben Johnson, I think right now is maybe the coach of the year in the NFL.
Agreed. Like I would pull for him over Vrabel just because the Bears don't have the easiest strength of schedule in the history of the NFL like the Patriots do. I'm harping on this. The Patriots' strength of schedule as of today is 369. There has never been a team in NFL history below 400. Most teams are between 530 and 470. The Patriots' opponents are at 369. It is the easiest schedule in the history of the NFL. F them, F their fans, and F the Brady 7 rings guy too.
The Patriots.
Sorry, buddy.
Their schedule looks like the Tankathon draft order. Like they're 10 wins in a row. It's like the Tankathon teams in the top 10. It's crazy.
It is. It's wild that they've lost to the Raiders with how bad the Raiders are.
Not wrong. J-Quest does make a good point. Nick, if we lost to the Dolphins last year, that would have been our schedule.
Is that true?
Well, because the Jets would have got a 4th place schedule. So, yeah. Again, New England, to their credit, they're beating the teams they're supposed to beat, which is not easy to do. Hence, the Buffalo Bills losing to the Miami Dolphins a few weeks ago in Miami. But when you see the record for New England, 11-2, I think you think, wow, like they're clearly the best team in the league. And I don't think we get that feeling yet. And that's because, one, it's the first time we're seeing this from Drake May in his second year. And two, the schedule is the schedule. Like they get credit for their record. And I think they are a good team. I don't think they are as good as what your typical 11-2 team would feel like. I think that's the point that people are trying to make.
Do you think anybody believes the Bears or the Patriots will make the Super Bowl outside of those fan bases? Right?
No.
You know who my AFC pick is?
Denver?
Texans. Keep an eye on the Texans getting in. That defense, I just think if that defense can get hot and stay hot, that they can carry like a mediocre offense because there's not great quarterback play in the AFC this year. Keep an eye on the Texans getting in. Also, I want the Colts to be out of the playoffs, so I need the Texans to catch them and get in. But that would be the team out of the AFC that I take. Watch them getting hot late here in the year.
Well, it's interesting, right? You brought up the Super Bowl odds. I'm looking at FanDuel right now, and the team that is the favorite to win the Super Bowl, the Los Angeles Rams, plus 490. Second favorite, Seattle Seahawks, plus 850. Third favorite, Green Bay, plus 900. Philadelphia, 4th favorite, plus 950. The Bills are the 5th favorite at plus 1,000. The Patriots are the 6th at plus 1,100. So think about that. The Bills still have better Super Bowl odds than New England because people just aren't going to be all in on the Pats at this point until they see it come playoff time because we've never seen Drake May in a playoff game yet.
And the top 4 teams were all NFC. So that tells you what Vegas thinks about the AFC right now.
Here are the odds. I'll see if I can pull them up here for a screenshot. Again, these are the odds on FanDuel for the Super Bowl teams here. They also have odds on the conference teams, but I mean, you could see it for yourself. They are not necessarily sold on the Bears, and they're not sold necessarily on the Patriots. The Bears aren't even pictured here. Their odds, if I scroll down, are below the Texans. So they're at plus 2,700. Houston is plus 2,500. San Fran tied with the Lions at plus 2,200. So,
And that's
I mean,
a 1 seed. Wow.
think about that.
As of now, they're the 1 seed. Hey, man,
It is wide open this year, man, in both
it really
conferences.
is. It really is. And this is why, like I said, the quarterback play is down this year. Uh, this is why having that all around solid team can really help you get to the top quicker. And with all these picks that we have and the free agent money, there's never been a better opportunity for the Jets to become great.
Haven't we said that before?
Please, Muji, make this happen, bro.
Leon with a good comment here. Call me crazy. I'm feeling good vibes about the Jets. I think they're going to beat Miami. Like the chemistry Tyrod's developing with his young, talented receivers, and Taylor looks healthy now. Again, wouldn't shock me if they won Sunday. And if you're going to continue to build on the improvement here, beating the Dolphins at home, a team that has been historically bad in sub 45-degree temperatures, as we got the exact stat correct earlier. This feels like a game the Jets could go out there and win, and win 4 or 5 now and take some momentum going into your final 4 games of the season. So I'm with you, Leon. I do think the vibes are pretty good right now for a 3-9 team, if that is possible. And let's see how they could build on it against a division opponent Sunday. Hey, I mean, if they get destroyed Sunday, then we take back everything we said, and it's like, here you are, you're still, the Jets in this spot, but I don't think they're going to get killed. I think they have a good chance to win Sunday. I really do.
Agreed. And do you know that since beginning of November, the Jets have more wins than the Chiefs?
They do. They do.
There's a couple other teams on there. I was trying to pull the photo. I can't find it right now. I may have deleted it. But keep getting better. Beat the Dolphins. I mean, you had them beat, in my opinion, in September. Control the trenches. Get the ball out. Get a good game plan going. Utilize Breece Hall. Stop Tua, his first read. Get the spread. Get your run game better on the perimeter. That's got to get better. I fear Michael Clemens being out there for the run, and then just attacking his side of the field with A-Chain and that speed. But there's a path to victory, and it's not crazy. If you're getting 2.5, that's almost like close to a push, right? Like I don't know. Go beat them. I think the over hits. I think the over was 41.5 you had up before. I would definitely take the over.
Jets Dolphins is, let's see, let me get you the right graphic here. 41.5.
I think the over is a great bet to make.
So you think there's going to be some points scored here?
I do. The Jets score points. With Taylor, we're scoring points. Like, do it. 41.5. Yeah. I think you're going to see like a 27-24, similar to Atlanta. 27-20, something in that range.
The Jets are averaging 21.3 points per game in Tyrod Taylor's 2 starts this season. 2 most recent starts, because this does not factor in the Tampa game. So ESPN Research sent me this, and they don't have, it should say 3 starts, what the numbers are, but here are the last 2 specifically.
And what did we score in the Tampa game? Didn't we score 20-something in that? That was the Will McDonald block field goal. I think, what was that, 29-28? Wasn't that a weird scoring game?
29-27. So they scored 20 in that game.
Yeah. 20 is a lot. Let's go, Tyra.
Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. We're presented today by Ridge Wallet. If you need a gift this holiday season, I'm telling you, Ridge is an awesome gift for anyone in your family, a friend, loved one. Their wallets are sweet, easy to take on the go. You can fit any credit card, any license, any ID card you have, you name it. It's perfect. Doesn't take up that much space in your pocket, in your bag. You don't need that George Costanza style wallet. They have every NFL team, including the Jets. They have every Major League Baseball team, so Yankees or Mets. You could also get a bunch of different Ridge products with your favorite colleges. I know Nick's a Georgia Bulldogs fan, so they do have one for the dogs. So check it out. Go to ridge.com. While you're there, you'll see there's a sale up to 47% on many of these items you see on the screen. So use that promo code Asman at checkout. Again, it's ridge.com and get up to 47% off with the promo code Asman at checkout. Shout out to Ridge for being one of today's sponsors. To your calls we go. And Jordan is first today. Hello, Jordan.
What's up, Jake? What's up, Nick?
Hello.
I wasn't expecting to be first today.
Well, you were first in line, man. Well done.
Oh, shit. How was your Rangers game last night?
Well, I don't like the Rangers and they won, but the sweep was fun. So yeah, they were down late. They scored a goal with like a couple minutes left in the third to tie it. Then they won in overtime. So it doesn't affect me. I was watching the Knick game on the TV in front of me at the same time. So that was
did the Knicks win?
No, they didn't.
Oh, really?
That was such an Alan reply. Hey, Alan, how was your Christmas? Well, I don't celebrate Christmas and I hate presents and people.
Yeah.
Hey, Rick Kent says, how do you call on and not be prepared? He's calling your ass out.
I'm prepared.
Prove it.
All right. So first thing is first, that I hope that Alabama kicks Georgia's ass this weekend, Nick. The first thing I want to start with is that we should not be tanking at all. Like, I don't believe in that because I think that's a loser's mindset, tanking. And this team is still learning to win games because we got rid of our two best players. And this is super young team, and that builds confidence. They could take it into next season. I know it doesn't really roll into next season, but it is a confidence thing. And if the team just continues to lose, we're going to just be saying fire the coaching staff like everybody's been saying how bad they are, all that, etc. I'm going to keep saying it. I think they shouldn't draft quarterback or trade up for the number one pick unless the quarterback falls to them. But I think they should just continue to try to build out this roster by drafting edge and wide receiver first, maybe take a shot in the second round for a quarterback. And I'm also on the train of drafting one of these running backs that are coming out because there's some good running backs in this draft. And I think having two really good running backs would help a young quarterback. That's how you help a young quarterback, by running the ball. What this team wants to do is run the ball. So why would we not have a Detroit-style offense with two really good running backs? Like that kid from Penn State, Katron Allen, really good. That kid from Missouri is supposed to be really good. And there's a few others that I'm forgetting right now, but those are just examples, And the last thing I want to say is that the way Muji scouted this team and, needs the way that Muji scouted players for this team and the needs, I think is a sign that we should trust him for the draft this upcoming season to be able to draft the right players and build his team the right way, because the moves he made, the trades he made, getting Briggs, Harrison Smith, Adonai Mitchell, John Mechie, Mozzie Smith, even though he's not that great, those are moves that you look at this team and say, okay, we're deficient here. Let's go make a trade for somebody. Okay, these players are good, but we're not winning with them. Let's go trade them and get assets so we can build this team for the future. And I feel like Muji's just done a pretty good job. And I think we should trust him with the draft because his last draft wasn't perfect. Nobody's going to be perfect. Nobody's going to hit on every pick. But I just feel like since the bye week, they have taken a better look at themselves and have proved slowly but surely, and that's what we wanted to see.
All fair. Again, no one's perfect. You're right about that. I think Muji's done a really good job in season with these trades here, and I do think there's a lot of people like you, Jordan, that are cautiously optimistic, even excited about what he could do now with all these picks going forward. I think the key thing to look at with Muji and Glenn is now that they have these picks, are they going to be as aggressive as some think to get their quarterback, or are they willing to kind of take the long view approach of, if we don't love a guy, we're not just going to draft a guy because we have to, which, let's be real, there's risk in that because if they don't get their guy and they win 6 games next year, I don't think there's necessarily a guarantee they very much get a year 3. So it's going to be interesting to see how they balance the need for a quarterback versus not reaching for one, even if they have the resources to go up and get someone they like.
Right. I mean, I'm fine with them moving up if they're fully convinced. But I also think like if like Ty Simpson falls to 5 or 6, then you feel confident in him and building around him, then why not draft him? Or if you do feel like Dante Moore is the guy and the Titans are willing to trade the pick, then yeah, okay, that's fine. But I'm not trading multiple picks just to move up, or just like you said, just draft a quarterback just to say we have one. But one more thing that I just want to say real quick is that how come nobody's talking about Carson Beck? I think he's a decent quarterback. You know, he went to Georgia. He didn't do the greatest, but he did decent. The receivers there weren't that great last year. But not only that, he went to Miami this year and he's having a very solid season. Why can't he be a late second round, early third round pick quarterback that we could try to develop? He has
He
good arm
reminds
talent.
me. Sorry,
Go
George.
ahead, Nick.
As a Georgia fan, I compared him to Mark Sanchez. He would make some throws that are like, that's an amazing throw. And then it's like, what the hell? You reading the ball would short hop. It would be wide. It would sail. For
Yeah.
me, Georgia, I haven't watched him in Miami.
Okay.
Way too inconsistent. And that's somebody that, I don't know. He's just missing that it factor for me as a prospect, whether it's the velocity, whether it's the consistency, the accuracy. It's not, I mean, if they decide we're going to wait and take a guy in the mid round, okay, but there's no real expectations there. You're expected to be a backup. I wouldn't be mad at it, but I wouldn't use a premium pick, a 1 or a 2 on him.
But you don't think he could learn good from a guy like, let's say they traded for Jameis Winston and had him as the bridge, right? They keep Jameis, Tyrod, Cook, and then they draft Beck. Let's just say third round, right? You don't think Jameis could help teach him to, layers throws better and be more consistent and all that with Tyrod and Jameis and all that? Because it's not like he's a bad player. It's
if
like
I'm drafting a guy, me personally, I want you to have that trait before you get to the league. I want you to be accurate and your form and your technique be on point by the time you get to the NFL. I don't want to draft a guy and change him. You know what I mean? I'm not drafting a pitcher and making him a knuckleballer. I'm not changing who you are. Like I need that guy to have those traits and that training and all the work he's put in to get to that point locked down.
Day 3 selection though, Jordan. I wouldn't mind that. I don't mind really any day 3 quarterback they take, assuming they got someone earlier. So I'm with you. By the way, Jordan, well done by you. Kids trying to distract you there. Either your daughter or your son, who's ever in the background yelling at you, and you battled through. You won the chat over. Rick Kent says, very good call. Ted, who always loves to troll people, says, good call, no hate. Billy says, excellent call. JT says, Jordan out here speaking facts. So that is a statement call by Jordan, battling through adversity to make it.
That was like watching Aaron Judge bat leadoff. You put your best first. So to the rest of the callers, you got a tough task today following that up.
Taylor, super chat. He is in the raffle for 2. A couple division wins would go a long way. And Deshaun Watson is back to practice. Deshaun Watson. They don't need a QB. God.
He got cleared. The 21-day window is open. All masseuses in Cleveland have been officially put on notice, Jake.
21-day window. I wonder if he will get into a game at any point this year just to see if they have anything with him. God.
It's remarkable. This whole career. Like, there needs to be a Netflix documentary done on it one day.
I'm blocked by Deshaun Watson. True story.
I know. I've heard you say that before.
He didn't like some of the things we were saying about him when I was doing radio in Houston during all that. All right. On that note, let's keep it rolling with your calls right now. Joining us next on the Gusbuster Umbrella Hotline is...
Get ready for Neil. He will make 13 points about the New York Jets and maybe hump a Patriots jersey. Get ready for Neil. He's probably smoking a big fat cigar and burning his house to the ground. That's Neil.
Hello, guys. How are you?
Neil.
Good morning, sir.
What's happening, Nick? Looking with your dapper jet gear. Do you wear that outside and do you traipse around? Where do you live, Nick?
I'm in Woodbridge, New Jersey.
Oh, Woodbridge. I grew up in Boundbrook, New Jersey. You know
where yeah? I work. Yeah, I know where it is. I know that town inside and out. I worked for Optimum. I was a cable guy for 14 years. Boundbrook was one of my towns.
I lived in the Bound Brook is a real cold, blue collar town.
Yep.
My dad lived in the rich section. He was in the TV and appliance business. We lived.
You were back behind the high school.
Our street was 111 Agnes Place. Agnes Place. If you go down from the school all the way down, make a left and a right, and go up on the right hand side. It's in a cul-de-sac. We were on a cul-de-sac over there.
Were you off Bosseler?
Excuse me?
Were you off Bosseler Ave?
Off there. Yeah, right. Agnes is off Fossler, I think.
Yep.
I haven't been back to my hometown in 40 years. So I pass my house once in a while, where I grew up.
Yeah.
And it's funny when you go to your house where you grew up in, it looks so small when you get there, if you don't go back for many, many years. It's really crazy. But Bound Brook was a great place to start my life. It was a great, I went to Bound Brook High School, 200 graduating class, 100 boys, 100 girls.
They were Blue Division in Middlesex County sports, right?
What's that?
They were Blue Division in Middlesex County sports.
Yeah, the one thing, I went there at a time when we had a Hoosier-like wrestling team, and Bound Brook still has one of the top wrestling teams in the state. And we had a coach that came in that changed the whole program. He was from Pennsylvania, and this guy was an absolute animal. He drove us to the ground, and it was, a couple of my teammates from wrestling, these guys went to Lehigh, they went to all the top schools. A couple of them ended up coaching Division I in college. So excellent. Anyhow, talking about the Jets, I'm looking forward to Sunday. We have to beat Miami, guys. We just have to beat Miami. It's as simple as that. If we don't beat Miami, and we don't have a divisional win this year, I really am going to have a tough time being positive, to start next year. Jake, what's your thoughts on that?
I do think it's important, Neil, but the one thing I would vehemently disagree with is if there's anyone I'm not worried about finding something to be positive about, it's you. You'll figure it out.
Well, again, I like what I'm seeing right now. I watched that Giant game and just something popped into my head. Look, there's 3 phases to the game. You got special teams, offense, and defense. And, you got to give this guy Banjo. If there was a special teams coach of the year, you got to give it to our guy.
He's great. He's amazing.
And after looking at the Giants, they basically lost that game before it even started because they had 3 special teams debacles back to back to back. They gave up the kick return. They gave up a big punt. I never saw a player. What's their kicker's name? Wang Hai Ku?
Young Wei Koo.
I've never seen in my entire life watching football a guy dirt a kick. Have you ever seen that?
No, that was Charlie Brown-esque. That was like it was like the Charlie Brown
right. It was like the only thing he was missing was that he swung and missed and fell on his back. That would have been a little more comical. But I thought they were running a fake play, a fake kick, but it's just like his foot got dirted, and it was ultra embarrassing. And the Patriots just beat the crap out of them on all sides, on every part of that game. They were hitting the Giants. They were smashing them. The Giants were entirely outclassed in that game. And that, like Nick said, it looked like an old Jet time performance that we had. Look, that's what Haiku looked like.
It looked like the Charlie Brown meme.
Right? It was unbelievable. One thing I want to say, guys, I'm surprised we haven't. No, all right. I'm only on
Another thing.
Another thing. I'd like to see Stone Smart play a little bit on tight end. A little tight end package. He's done really well on special teams. He came in here. He had a great preseason. He had that tight end screen for a touchdown, and we never see the guy on the field. I don't understand that. The Colts guy, I understand. I just looked at the Jet roster. That Colt tight end's not even on our team anymore. I didn't even know we cut him.
Jelani Woods,
I looked at the roster.
Oh, he was inactive.
Oh, he's not on the team.
I think he's on the team.
I'm telling you, Jake, I think he's not.
He is on the team. I'm looking at it right now.
He was listed as inactive this past week.
All right, maybe we got to, look. I like to see a little bit of him. I like Beck a lot. When Beck comes in the game, he's a great blocker. He can take passes out of the backfield on checkdowns.
There's Jelani Woods. He's right behind Stone Smart, Jeremy Ruckert, and Mason Taylor at tight end.
I would like to see 4 tight ends active and playing with Beck or with Jelani Woods or Stone Smart, who's ever better. Let's get a look at these guys. They're young guys. I want to see what their future is with the team. We may have a diamond in the rough we don't know about. We're focused so much on these 2 receivers. It would be nicer to have two big tight ends in there and Beck blocking for that guy, Breece Hall, because there's an interesting statistic with Breece Hall. When he scores a touchdown, did you hear this, Jake? When he scores a touchdown, what do you think the Jets' record is?
Beningo said it.
Don't say it. What do you think?
I'm gonna give you a guess. I thought you wanted me to guess.
Yeah, we said Beningo said it, so you know the answer.
Okay, I was about to say it, but yes, 18-5.
That's amazing statistic right there, Nick. What do you think of that statistic? It's amazing.
Beat him the ball.
Yeah, man. We got to get Breece Hall in the game. We got to put 3 tight ends on the field, and let's just shove it down Miami's butt and forget about the pass game for now. Let's focus. Breece Hall has had some big games against Miami, Jake, to my recollection, right?
I was at one of them where he had 200 yards from scrimmage.
Right. And, right. So and the first game we played against them this year, I don't remember Breece Hall being a factor in that game.
Well, that was the game that Braylon Allen was so dominant on the opening drive till that fumble. And if the Jets had scored on that opening drive, I think Miami would have just cratered and fell apart that night. And then that fumble changed everything.
So that was a game that we featured Breece Allen, Allen over Breece Hall that game. I think we probably featured him more, and that's why. What was Breece Hall's statistics in that game, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm pulling it right now.
Breece Hall was, in that game, Neil, 5 receptions for 30 yards, and he also had, rushing-wise, 14 carries for 81 yards.
So he had a good game there.
He did. He's had a really good year. He's going to go over 1,000 yards, barring injury, knock on wood. He stays healthy. He's going to go over 1,000 rushing yards for the first time.
So, like I said, guys, I really feel, if I want to see Tyler Engstrom,
Tanner
Engstrom, have a little bit more creativity with his offensive play calling. I'm seeing a little too much, let's change it up. Let's, these other teams, I'm looking at what they do. When you don't have Garrett Wilson, great. I like to see what these 2 kids are doing, and it's wonderful. But let's get some tight end packages in. Let's get this offensive line, which is our strength, run blocking, pushing downhill, 1 or 2, 3 play calls, maybe a little RPO with Tyrod. Something creative. I don't see enough creativity to really give me anything more than a C+ for Engstrom right now. I give Banjo an A+, and Wilkes is a D+ right now, Nick. He has to get up a little bit more. Yeah. He has to show me a little bit more. Otherwise, like Jake said, and I agree 100%, part of a defensive coordinator's job is to create turnovers. And this is just unbelievable that we have had no turnovers.
Give me all year.
Give me a joke.
Just a further stat on the turnovers there. The other teams in the league, right? Here's how far away the Jets are in comparison. So they forced 2 turnovers this year, right? The special teams muff punt one counts. So it's only 1 defensive turnover, but even if it's 2, let's say, right? Every other team in the league has forced at least 7. Fewest turnovers forced through 12 games in NFL history. The fewest takeaways through 13 games is 5 by the 49ers. Ironically, Robert Saleh was their DC then in 2018. So if the Jets don't come up with 4 takeaways on Sunday, they will, at the bare minimum, either tie or set a brand new record for the fewest amount of takeaways through 13 games. And I don't know about you, Nick. I'm not expecting the Jets to come up with 3, let alone 4 turnovers to not make history here.
Oh, you think so, Doctor? Yeah, good bold call, Jake. Way to go. Let me pull you back from the edge of the cliff.
Bit of a
that
hot
you're on.
take for you.
Dude, how about the Bengals having 5 on Thanksgiving night?
It's unreal. Unreal. I'm laughing at the comments. One day Neil will get someone's name right. Mike and Neil get anyone's name straight. Yo Holmes, Tyler Engstrom, Tyrone Taylor. Amazing.
So when Boomtown puts the list together of his points, does the wrong names make a different point?
It's good. It's a
That
good point.
get added to the list.
Good point indeed. All right, let's do another call here, ladies and gentlemen, and then I have quite the surprise that I want to play for the audience out there. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time.
What's up, gentlemen? How are you?
Hello, Kyle.
Yeah. The background is outside. For the record, this is at the request of Addie, a belated birthday present. So,
Is that Gary on a pink horse there with rainbows all around him?
I cannot discern who the rider is, but it was at a special request of Addison that I use this background today. So, what the birthday boy wants, the birthday boy gets.
You know what? I think Gary is obviously really embracing his inner feminine, so I'm sure he loves it.
Yeah. So, even if you're not a Rangers fan, Jake, like I prefer hockey and St. John's basketball at the Garden to going to see the Knicks. I just think it's a better atmosphere.
Well, hockey's great. It just as far as watching in person, I'm with you. Like it's a much better sport in person than it is on TV. It doesn't translate as well to TV as it does in person.
Right. I don't know if you guys happen to see that the New York Times and I guess the Athletic does their sports section now for some time, did a mock today. And with the Jets kind of falling down the order in the top 10, they had them taking Jordan Tyson with their first pick, and then I think a cornerback from South Carolina who's a late riser, Brandon Cease, I think it's Cisse. I'm not really familiar with the latter, but I'm familiar with Jordan Tyson. I think I would be quite upset with that pairing to take that out of the first round. So I'm trying not to put too much stock in it. I wouldn't mind a receiver, but I kind of feel like it's Carnell or bust there. If you're picking and the quarterbacks happen to be off the board, that's kind of the guy I would want. I think you have to come away with 2 impactful guys in the first round. Unless you're using that later pick to go up and get your quarterback. So there's 2 of the 3 quarterbacks that I'm really interested in, and then there's at least 1 receiver, at least 1 linebacker, or you're possibly trading back, stockpiling more picks for next year to go get your quarterback next year if you don't want to force it, but. I know. Ideally, you identify who the guy is, you go up and you get him. I can't imagine coming away with a first round cornerback after what we've done in the draft this past year and some of the trades we've made. It kind of would be disappointing to me.
100%. Yeah, corner should not be a need after using a 3rd round pick on a guy, spending big money on Stevens and making the Brownlee trade in season. 100%.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind spending some capital on it if you want to bring in some competition, but to me, I'm not sure it has to be day 1 or day 2 capital.
I agree.
And we were talking a little bit about Stiggers before. He's really acquitted himself very well on special teams, but I guess. And you guys kind of touched on this a little bit. What is the pathway to getting him on the field more? Because the guy is a spectacular athlete. Like, is some of the problems that we've had in safety, maybe that's a way to kind of to look to get him on the field. I don't
Why
know.
haven't they done that though? If they were going to do it, would be my thing. Like if there was ever a
Right.
time to do it, it'd be in a lost year where you traded away Sauce and Quinnen, and you're kind of reshaping the defense on the fly. Maybe they just don't think he is a safety, and they just like him as a depth corner.
Right. And he is rangy AF, as the kids like to say. So, I wouldn't mind seeing him, and give that a shot. But I wanted to just let you know that my subscription to the Athletic is in jeopardy just based on that mock that I saw this morning.
Not
I
great.
appreciate your time, guys.
Kyle,
Hey, Gary looks like AF in that picture too. A fairy.
I'll talk to you later.
Kyle with a great call there. Black Gypsy with a funny comment. That's how Gary gets around on a daily basis. Remember, he doesn't drive. Oh, man. Well, I'll tell you what.
Horses are popular in Texas, Jay. We can't put it past them.
You're not wrong. You are not wrong. Hit the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Again, we do have a giveaway at the end of the show today. Features a Jets Legends jersey. You pick the player you want. Namath, Klecko, Martin, Corbett, Revis, Mangold, or Keyshawn Johnson. The top prize in Raffle 52 next week is a Joe Namath sized helmet. I'm going to be adding additional prizes going forward. One of the prizes is a signed item by the late great Nick Mangold. So we will have a Namath and Mangold item. I'm working on what the item will be. Hopefully by this afternoon, I'll win a bid at one of these merch websites or memorabilia sites I'm currently locked in on, and I'll let you guys know. But again, thanks to everyone who supports the raffles. If you want to enter, we are going to start allowing $5 super chats to get you one raffle ticket in addition to, of course, every membership you gift qualifying as well. The big fella, he says, with the rise of Stiggers, we could say bye to Herb Charles, who, by the way, is under contract and they brought back, but he tore his ACL in December of last year. Someone should ask Glenn about Herb Charles. Is there any update on him? Is he going to play at all this year? Or is he just done for the season in all likelihood?
Why would we have to say goodbye? That would be a tremendous pairing on punt. Charles and Stiggers on the outside.
Could you keep both, though? Can you keep two gunners that don't give you anything as an offensive or defensive player?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just, if you can have and maintain being that top special team. Look at the Patriots. They would have a couple less rings if they didn't have great special teams, right? So, like, if you get to that point where you're a winner, they can really change the game. So, I don't know.
Comments.
Wide receiver, fifth corner.
Yeah, it's again, I don't even know what his status is. He is a free agent after the year. Like, it was only like a 1 year contract he signed. I think they tendered him. I think he was a restricted free agent, if I remember. Apparently, Herb Charles was with Boyd when he was shot. So the two guys out for the year have been rehabbing together.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't realize that Herb was one of the players. I thought Sherwood was one of the players too that was there. Someone looked that up and correct me on that. What the real story is. By the way, here's your Neil call recap brought to you by Boomtown. Point one notes that he used to live in Boundbrook, a real blue collar town. Point two, if the Jets don't beat Miami, Neil will not be positive going into next year. Point three, learn the kicker's name was not Wong Hai Koo. Point four, learn that Jelani Woods is still in fact on the team. Point five, Neil wants the Jets to shove Breece Hall down Miami's butt. Point six, wants more tight end packages and creativity. By the way, you can take any Neil call the last 4 years he's been calling into my show, and there's always something about tight end packages, some sort of usage there. I just, you can check
Don't
me on
judge,
that.
Jake. People like what they like.
We're all about the tight ends in a Neil call. Point seven, Engstrand C+, Banjo A+, Wilkes D+. According to Boom, Neil used 7 of his 13 points during this call. Ladies and gentlemen, that's why Boomtown is the man and Neil is Neil.
These goddamn exploding cigars. I gotta go, Jake. I'll call back later. Shit.
We got some legends still on the line here. Before we get to them, though, Gator put together a video that I've been dying to play because I knew in real time when it was happening, it had a chance to be special. And I need to make sure as many people that didn't see it live get a chance to see what went down on the show the other day. One of the most memorable moments of 2025 on the Jake Asman show, featuring Beastbreaker versus the U.S. Postal Service. For those who missed it, here's your recap of the latest Beast masterpiece. Enjoy. Beast, anything you want to say to your unlicensed therapist?
I'm on the phone trying to get a hold of USPS. They lost some of my mail.
Oh, shit.
Ask to speak with an American.
Does anybody want some okie dokies?
No.
I didn't get that. Please listen to the options and choose the one closest.
Daily Mail.
Sorry.
I said I'd like to speak to an agent, please.
632, is that correct?
See?
Sorry, I did not get that.
I said yes.
Sorry, I did not get that. Street West. Thank you for taking the survey. This will be a brief 5-question survey to gain feedback on your automated experience. Please tell us how satisfied you were.
It's been lacking. And you're lying to me and making me look like I'm an idiot.
How likely are you to recommend the USPS, with 0 being not at all likely and 10 being extremely likely?
So far, we're looking at it 2 because right now it's very lacative. It's very unappreciative.
How would you rate the ease of use of the automated system?
I'm going to say 1 because lately you've been very slow. You're very out of touch, and you guys ain't doing a great job. You're doing a lazy, piss poor job, and it's not that good. Lazy, lacative.
I apologize.
I want to speak to an agent now.
Ask for Spanish. They'll give you Spanish. Speak both languages.
This is like talking to a machine on drugs.
I know. This is what a failed state looks like.
This is why I can't stand people
deliver
like
the
this.
packages to where they're supposed to go. They can't do it.
Goddamn lazy.
This is what managed decline looks like. This is a failed state. You guys think that they blasted someone onto the moon, but they can't deliver a package.
I'd like to speak to an agent, please. Now. I said now.
Ask for Spanish.
El por favor. They just hung up on me, sons of bitches. It's because everything is, AI, artificial intelligence. Where's of the mail that I'm supposed to have delivered to me? Are you trying to hide something from me, or are you just trying to, take off with it?
Well, I don't know who you are referring to.
There's going to be some consequences. Do the job, or if you can't do your job, get out.
So who's lying to you, sir?
Why do you guys do this? Even computers are even complicated for me nowadays. Even when you try to do a background on your computer, you can't even do that anymore. Where is my mail? And I want to know why it's not being delivered.
And I'm telling you, I don't know why it's not being delivered.
Well, you better look into it fast because I'm not playing games anymore. Why are you all holding my mail hostage?
Mr. Jason, can you just calm down for 1 second, please?
I don't like when people bullshit me.
It can take a couple of days for it to come through. It says arriving soon.
Are we almost done here?
Almost.
Good.
Just give me to get all of this information put in. So I have that service request put in. They will do an investigation to look into it, okay?
All right. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Thank you.
You are so welcome. Is there anything else?
No, ma'am. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Thank you.
And I want to thank you for calling the United States Postal Service. You have a wonderful day.
Okay. Bye-bye.
It sounds like they're trying to make an example out of your mail. They're coming after you specifically.
Beast, you okay, buddy? I'm worried about you.
I'm on the air right now. Yeah, I'm on the air. Jesus.
Thick provolone and the mozzarella. They have it shredded over.
I'm on the air. You're being annoying.
You're always on the air, Jay.
Is he looking for the condiments on his?
Who was that, Beast?
Don't worry about it. I got a headache right now from you.
They were like, you're always on the air.
Listen.
They're too busy with their finger up their ass. And maybe Friday I can go bowling.
What a moment.
Okie dokies.
What a time to be alive.
Friday I can go bowling. How about that? He gave the lady an out, and she's like, almost, not yet. Like
that lady, that woman, she's a saint. I wish we got her name. Like she deserves a raise and then some because for her patience. And so that's only a 4-minute clip. The whole thing was like 25-30 minutes of like from start to finish of just Beast being insane, and Gator did a great job kind of editing together the best moments. Like just nuts. Unbelievable.
2 things happened on December 1st. Beast locked up #1 in Asmaniac rankings. I said we got to start a new ranking for December 2nd. Just give Beast December 1st. He's got it. And #2, that lady locked up Employee of the Month.
100%.
2 things happened that day.
Unreal. And you know what's funny? I'm pretty sure on the same show this happened earlier.
Yeah, I'm a tough son of a bitch. I've been through it all. I mean, I've been hit by a bus, still got back up.
You've been hit by a bus. Let's start.
Because
What type of bus? Short bus?
Public transit. The guy was an asshole, so yeah, I already took care of it. Don't worry about it.
So what happened after he hit you?
It got physical, so I don't want to talk about it.
You beat up the bus driver?
But I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about that.
Wait, hold on. And then the second thing is you said you survived an ear infection?
3 times.
Wow.
2005, 2015, 2016. Survived.
Hold on. This is a huge accomplishment. You're a 3-time ear infection survivor?
No, that don't count.
What do you mean they don't count?
That's the past. This is the future. The future is...
All on the same show. 3-time ear infection survivor. Man got hit by a bus. Unbelievable.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It happened 25 years ago. I already took care of that. That's old news.
Legendary. Shout out to you.
I wonder how many more stories he has that we're unaware of.
It's my job to continue to uncover them, folks.
That's it.
What a moment. Thank you to Gator for the
thank you for your service, Jake. On behalf of all Asmaniacs, thank you for your service.
You're welcome. You're all very, very welcome. Raffle at the end of the show. For those of you just turning in, we'll give away a Jets jersey. Also, we're going to get to more of your calls, so keep that in mind if you want to join in on the conversation. We got an OG on the line next. Chef Kevin is in the house. He joins us now. What's up, Chef Kev?
Hey, Jake, Nick, how y'all doing, man?
What's up, Kev?
Good luck following that, Kev. Good luck.
Hey. Yeah, hey, man. Beast, we started off on the wrong foot. He called me B-Mac, and that kind of pissed me off. And, ever since then, we've been cool. He's all right, man. He's a one-on-one. Jake and Gator. And I believe you, Nick, you've had him on your show. You guys seen the vision. He's different, man. He's different. The entertainment factor, all that. He brings the heat. He knows some Jet stuff, man. He might not be 100% with the Stack Exchange people, but he at least knows half. All right, and other Jet fans might not know as much. So we got to give some props to him.
To be fair, he knows everything except what happens during an actual game.
Dude, man, we might need him on the field, man. He moved that bus. The bus didn't move him. He moved the bus. That was quite impressive, man. I just want to know, Jake, you have time? I got a couple of points, man.
Yeah, go ahead, Chef.
You press? Okay. So basically, man, I'm feeling good because of the dub, man, because we won. All right. I'm one of those people that pays to go to these games. It's easy for people who don't pay for games, who just sit at home and watch it to, be like, let's just lose. But for us being in those conditions where it was rainy, yes, it was cold, windy as hell, man. It's tough. But for a team like the Jet teams that we love, that we're passionate about, like we go there for wins, man. The real diehards, we're there in these kind of conditions. I'm gonna be there for the Miami game this Sunday. I'm gonna be there for the Pats game as well. Like this is where the real diehards come out, man. And it's all about like building that culture, man. We don't really like hearing it, but we gotta have the wins, man. Like what good is coming out of losing? All right, draft picks. We keep talking the same stuff, man, about the picks. For me, all right, Mendoza might be the guy, but I'm not seeing fireworks, man. I'm not seeing like, let's just screw everything up, get him. Hey, we got to send a couple picks to move up. I'm for it, man. We got to get the quarterback. The quarterback talk for next year or the year after that, man. I can't wait, man. Let's do it now. Let's find that quarterback. You see what happens when we finally move off of Fields. Those 4 games for 60 yards, man. Like finally move them on. Now we can see what kind of weapons we have, man. Like this is what we need. We need to be able to see the weapons that we have on offense to be able to move forward and to see what we need to do in the draft. Mitchell, Mechie, like, these guys are all right, man. Mason, he was doing his thing with a couple of good catches, man. Like, moving a little bit. Like, his yak is way better than Ruckert. Ruckert, he's all right in the blocking game, but once he catches the ball, you're not really seeing too many extra yards. So with Mason, man, definitely key. Moving on, man, with Neil, man, like he's always been one of my favorites, man. When he calls, Brees, man, I've been saying this forever. Like, Brees in space, just give him the rock. I don't know the percentages on how many times he was out there on offense, but it was good to see him out there, man. At least like you can use him as a decoy, if anything, man. Davis is good. I do like him, but for Brees, man, with the offense, knowing that we need a quarterback, man, like we need to utilize him in the proper way and be able to scheme him right, get him in the flats, man, keep giving him space. He'll shake a couple of cats, man, and get your first yards, man. I feel good with him. So yeah, Neil, man, it's really good to see that. See more other people like loosening him up. We don't have to hear that trade Brees talk no more, which was driving me crazy. Trading him for a 4th-round pick, man. That you ought to lost my mind, man. Because then what? We would have had Isaiah Davis and who else? We wouldn't have seen no wins. So for me, it's like now
they would have moved Fields to running back, even though he refuses.
yeah, it's like I really wanted Fields to be that guy, man. The amount of money that we spent for 2 years to be the bridge, like I think all of us wanted him to be that guy, but very quickly, man, we saw that his production was not there. We saw him not being able to read right. Nick, you go to these games, man. Jake, I know you was at the games like, yo, his progression, there's people open, he's not getting the ball. Now with Tyrod in, and I'm not saying he's the answer. With Tyrod in, at least now we got some kind of offense. He's throwing the ball, him running and scoring that touchdown. I was a little scared with that turf, with it being wet outside. I was afraid he was going to hurt himself, but, he made it in. But this is the thing, man, with Fields, it's like any Fields truthers at this point still, like, defending him. It's like, yo, what's up with you, man? What are you seeing? Like, he quit. He gave up. He don't even want to go in there, allegedly, to, like, run some Wildcat stuff,
That's
man.
what
like,
he said. It's not even allegedly. He said that he'd be concerned about a soft tissue issue. Like, he said when they asked him about it, it wasn't like I refused to do it, but he was, like, unsure about it, and he brought up because of the threat of a soft tissue. And it's like, dude, you're a team captain. They paid you $30 million guaranteed. Even if you don't believe it, at least put on the public appearance that you're all in for the team. Like, at least give us that.
Agreed, man. As a captain, like, you got to go out there regardless, man. Everybody's hurt at this time of the year. Everyone's going through some stuff. You just got to tough it out for 30 M's that you got, man. Like yo, go out there for what? Be a team player, be a captain. Like, this is just showing some, like, selfish behavior with him probably assuming, like, hey, I'm not going to be on the squad next year, so let me save myself, let me save my body for me to be able to, be serviceable to the next team that picks him up. Like, for me, I don't like that. But for any Fields truthers still supporting him, man, yo, something's wrong with you. And then for this game, man, I'm serious. Like, what is
No,
it,
you
man?
are. But he's got to realize no one's picking him up to be a starting quarterback.
Nah.
His role, if he remains in the league, is going to be the gadget guy. It's going to be that. It's not going to be our starter, read in the pocket. Those days are done. The only
Nick,
way
do you believe that
he
believes
like
that?
Rich Gannon, like 30 years old, and the guy goes down and he gets a long-term chance and it hits. But nobody's going to bring him in to be the guy anymore. He's got to find his niche in the league, and it could be just as a gimmick guy.
But do you believe that he knows that that's all he's going to be moving forward?
Acceptance is hard for people, man.
It's tough. There's nobody
in denial for a while.
Like, in their mid to late 30s, there's no running quarterbacks, man. Like, they're not there. Like, that running stuff is not sustainable in the NFL, man. Like, with the dart dude, like, with his play style, it's not sustainable, man. Like, that running stuff is not going to work. You need a pocket pass, someone who could get rid of the ball and hit people that when they're open, man. But for the defense, man.
Hey, real quick, Chef Kev.
Yeah.
I just want to comment on something that this guy Taylor Sterling says, because he's like a Jet, like, Fields truther that you're referring to. He goes, that Field story sounds ridiculous because it's fake. Such a BS fake ass story. Samini's a rat. So I literally pulled the article. I took a screenshot of the quote here. It was in Rich's weekly notes column he puts out every Sunday morning on ESPN. Fields said there's been some discussion about using him in a Wildcat role, but he has, quote, mixed feelings about it. Going in cold, he said, creates the potential for a soft tissue injury. What exactly is made up about that? That's exactly what we're saying here.
So, I mean, I don't know Taylor. I know I've seen him in the chats and all that. I don't think I really.
He claims to not be a Fields truther. Okay.
Okay. I mean, there we go. Yeah. I mean, hey, man, it's what we see, man, and he gave up, so it's what it is. But for the game, man, this week, like, the defense, the secondary, that's really where I want to see some growth, man, some maturity on this defense. We can say whatever we want about Wilkes and whatever else, but these cornerbacks, like with Tua, he throws that ball right away. He got a quick release. So for the secondary, it's important for them to step up and for them to show us something. Like the free safeties, like, we have to see something, because that's going to be an area where we got to look at in the draft to kind of like fill in, like, hopefully it comes through. And then if you guys don't mind, just to close off, you two know Charles better than me. He's my guy. Just something he said yesterday on the show about One Punch Brigham, man. Like that kind of bothered me. Chuck, if you out there, man, I know you skipped out on the Jets, man. I know one day you will be back, but just know, like, all these people in the community, man, like you're a big voice, man. You're a big individual. Like, show that love, man. Show that love and respect for Brigham, man. He brings the heat. Brigham brings the intensity. He's a good dude. I haven't met him. I don't think I really spoke to him much, but kind of leave that stuff alone, man. Show love. Appreciate the two of y'all, man. Go Jets.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chef Kevin. Oh, yeah. We only have one membership gifted almost 90 minutes into the show. So if you've never won a raffle prize, this will be a good one to enter because you can win a Jets Legends jersey of your choosing. And there's not a whole lot of people that are currently in this Asmaniac raffle. So a little PSA for those of you who are watching the show live right now. Let's get to more of your outstanding calls. Yes,
Can I address something before we do that?
Sure.
Oregon Jet, a few minutes ago in the chat, said, until we actually tank, we will continue to be the meaningless win champions, 3-9, 3 wins against backup quarterbacks. Well, let me read something to you. Geno Smith, Spencer Rattler, Cam Ward, Dylan Gabriel, Michael Penix, Bryce Young / Andy Dalton, Justin Fields, Joe Flacco, Tua, Rodgers, Baker Mayfield, and Josh Allen. Those are the quarterbacks the Patriots have gone against this year. You're going to win games in the NFL. You're not going to beat a Hall of Fame quarterback week after week. The goal is to start winning games and then do it more consistently so that you can do it when you play the better quarterbacks. That's the goal, Oregon. To get better week after week. Not just sit there and hope it happens one day.
I understand the tanking people. I also understand that teams don't tank. And if you're a Jet fan who wants to see this team win games and show improvement, like, there's nothing wrong with that opinion either. Like the tanking fans don't like the fact that Jet fans still are optimistic about winning games and want to see improvement. Like that's the big disconnect. It's like the tanking people think their way is the only way to win. Like that long term. And it's just not true because the Jets could have the first pick in the draft, take a quarterback who sucks, and it won't matter. So you know what? Let the chips fall where they may, and we'll worry about it from there. Now, before we get back to your calls, let's get to the memberships that are flying off the shelves. Marvelous 33. Marvin Rodriguez is playing away.
Hello. You play to win the game.
Here's who got a membership from Marvelous. ABAM, A-Roll Streams, Liam Lexus, Jay Lefselter, Simone Adams, all receiving a gifted membership. We have more memberships. This one is from I saw we had another one. Where'd it go? Oh, from Sam Massaro. He's in the raffle for one. Thank you, Sam. Appreciate you. We also have some super chats I want to hit, and then we will get back to the calls. Mike Perez in the raffle for 2. Beast, a.k.a. 3 Rings, holding the belt pick is by far the funniest thing ever. Was told the bus that hit Beast was totaled out. Ladies and gentlemen, he is a 3-time ear infection survivor, and for the first time today, he has called in and is on the Gusbuster Umbrella Hotline. Hit it.
Yeah, it is.
Trying to get warm here, man. It's 23 degrees. It's freaking cold out here.
At least you have your ears protected.
Hey, as long as I got my FedEx head out, I've been looking good. Just got to stay warm, baby. It's 23 degrees out here. Woo!
What are you up to, Beast?
Getting ready to go to Dollar Tree, go get some Christmas cards because it's Christmas time. And you know what that time it is? Yo, hey, there's no place like home for the holidays.
Did your package ever arrive?
Oh, this is what I found out. They delivered the Saturday mail on a Tuesday. I'm sitting there going, what the hell? It's like something does not add up on my end. So now I'm trying to figure this all out. So I'm getting one of those packages today, and then tomorrow my Venmo card is supposed to be coming in the mail. So we're just hoping to see what happens. We'll take it from here. Oh, here we go. Here we go. There's that bus. She's coming. Here we go. Just gotta get the blood. You gotta get the blood running in the legs. Because if you don't get that blood running in those legs, you're gonna be you'll be shit on a stick, or you'll be SOL. Shit on a luck.
Is your mom still mad at you?
Hell no. Dude, I'm too tough for this stuff. Come on. As someone once said, come on, you're too tough for all that. You're the tougher man. Be the tougher boss. Just remember, be the man who you are. Don't worry about anything. All right, where now? All right, that bus is 1.3 within a radius. All right, that should be good.
What kind of measurement did you just use?
1.3 radius. Yeah, that's not too far. That's like, just a foot away. Not too much. What you see is what you get. That's what's gonna be. And don't worry about next year. We're gonna kick somebody's ass next year. Because come next season.
Let's go Jets! Let's go Jets! Let's go Jets!
Now that is a beast call, folks. You never know what you're gonna get when Beastbreaker calls in.
It's like that monkey that was like beat the drums. You wind it and she just goes.
That's it.
It's remarkable. I couldn't imagine having an interaction with him out in the world, not knowing who and what he is, and seeing that. Like a cashier, a bus driver, just a postal service customer service rep on the phone.
It's unreal. Oregon Jets in the raffle for 2. He says, tell Nick to learn how to pronounce Oregon.
Your state's not worth learning how to pronounce. Move somewhere worth it.
Damn. Big fella. Is it fair to say Brees is our best running back since Curtis, or would you put Thomas Jones above him? Side note, Charles cursing at Briga, unacceptable. Yeah, Charles owes Dave Briga an apology. I agree for those who missed yesterday's show. I think that is definitely something that should happen. Is it fair to say Brees is the best running back since Curtis? In totality, I would say yes, because Thomas Jones was only a Jet for 3 seasons, 07, 08, 09. Now, he did lead the NFL in rushing in one of those years when the Jets had the best O-line in the league. It's close. I probably would lean Brees, though, narrowly. I mean, you had a great one-year run, really, where Chris Ivory had over 1,000 yards, even though he was a Jet for a few years. Sean Green was pretty good, but he wasn't as good as Brees. Yeah, I think at this point, it's probably best running back since Curtis is Brees. I think that's fair.
I'm going to go Jones because Jones was a part of winning, and Jones got the results. Brees is probably a better talent and has a better skill set, but I need the results, and Jones gave you results.
Yeah, look, I love Thomas Jones. He's been on the show a few times too. If you want to say Thomas Jones, that's fair. Thomas Jones would have played on way better teams than what Brees has played on.
Yeah, different runner, right? Like he was a smash mouth runner. I loved watching him run. His guns were ridiculous, but he was. I'm tired of saying, "Can Brees do this? Can Brees do that? Can he get 1,000 yards?"
He's going to if he stays healthy.
Yeah,
finally.
It's year 4 though, so Thomas Jones did it.
I think he did all 3 years he was a Jet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris Ivory, by the way,
it's Jones.
He's the last Jet running back to have over 1,000 yards. 2015, he had 1,070 that year. Yep. Crazy.
Yeah.
Super chat here. Mr. Flower says Jameis Winston's talking about he'll play tight end and do anything it takes for his team to win. Fields won't do Wildcat because of a soft tissue injury. Shake my head. Agreed. I think it's a bad look for Fields. I said it at the time, and I don't care what Taylor Sterling in the chat says. Fields said it. Like, we pulled the article.
And it's not a soft tissue injury. It's
the
potential. Almost. Yeah. He doesn't even have one that he's trying to heal. That's wild. Get rid of him. It failed. I'll admit I was wrong. I thought he could improve. I thought they could coach him up. I was wrong with that one. Be gone.
Man with a rake is in our raffle for 2. Does anyone know what drugs Young Hoku was taking during the New England game? I don't know. I do know that he gave us an all-time football play debacle, though. That is for sure.
Young Hoku, foot be short.
Kyle Clifton in the house in the raffle for 2 with this. I'm thinking about paying off Spencer Green's debt. That'd be something to have. SGOU in for the raffle. Kyle Clifton in for 2. I emailed Spencer. Hopefully he circles back, but we haven't heard from him.
Is he doing a Bobby Midnight? Is he just watching to see how many times he gets mentioned?
I don't know.
You don't go from watching every show to not watching. You might go from not commentating, but there's no way that he's not watching. Man up, Spencer. Pay your debt, or at least call in with a plan to pay it.
Let's see. Welcome to something with a super chat in the raffle for 2. Is Beast going to the Bears-Jets game next year in Chicago? Put me in the raffle for a Revis jersey. If that date aligns, the plan is for us to make that the Asmaniac road trip game for next year. But there's a lot of unknowns, right? If that game's in December, we're not going to do Chicago in December. So that's why Tampa was
Thursday
perfect.
night. That'll be a Thursday night game late
Yeah,
in the season. New York, Chicago markets, national television. That will be a night game late in the year.
It could be. And even if it's not, like if it's like late November around Thanksgiving, no one's going to want to do that either. So it's going to depend on the timing of that game. But I've never been to Chicago. It's a bucket list city for me to visit. So I definitely would love to go for a Jet game next year. And if that is the case, we will make sure that we broadcast the show from the Beast Breaker Global Studio headquarters, and Beast joins us at the game.
You're bold. You're bold.
Henny, finally, the other New York team embarrassed on primetime. Yeah, I mean, the Jets losing to the Patriots in that style we've seen so many times. So nice for the Giants to get a little feel for what that's like. God, that was brutal. All right, more calls right now. I'm going to skip ahead to this guy because we just mentioned him. A lot of people want to hear how he's reacting to Charles Gorman telling him to F off. Ladies and gentlemen, let's stop what we're doing and let's say hello right now to the great Dave Briga, whose intro, I need to make sure I play the right one that doesn't have the curse word in it. So hold on. Bear with me, Dave. Here we go.
He thinks that Gary needs more shots upside his head. This cowboy hates when you don't believe in achievement. Well, they call him One Punch Briga. The moon landing was free. They call him One Punch Briga. His claim is not true. They call him One Punch Briga. He did Johnson's fight his ass. One Punch Briga. Doesn't know they need done.
Jake and Nick, good morning.
Good morning, good sir. How are you?
Hello, Dave.
I'm doing good. I have another day off. I'm not used to having days off from work, but we've been, after last week, we were so busy. It's a slow week, so it is what it is. Anyway, about little Chucky, it's okay. You know what? He has to go check up on himself. I mean, I know the guy has problems, okay? So let's just start there. But he needs to check up on his language, number one. He doesn't owe me an apology. He can apologize all he wants, okay? My apology is this, Gorman. Get a job. And number one, I've been a Jets fan all my life, and I put up through good times and, a few good times and a lot of bad times. So I really don't appreciate guys that just pick up and leave and become Colts fans, who, by the way, were our opponents in Super Bowl III that we beat. Also, they had, we suffered under the Dolphins, Don Shula, many years, who, punked us in a mud bowl. So we've been around. We got a lot of fans here that are very loyal. So don't play any games. And I know, Nick, he's your buddy. You try to help him, but, he's got a lot of problems. I look at that. I try to measure things up. But you know what? He's got to grow up. There's a point in time in a man's life he's got to grow up and use the proper language. Okay?
You're right.
So don't speak to me in that manner. That doesn't bother me as much as you being jobless and being a fraud fan and trying to come back and being a Colts fan. So
How about
just leave it
Sunday,
at that.
Jake? When he flopped around like a fish, he's in Colts colors. He's got blue shorts on and a white shirt. He's dressed in Colts colors on a Sunday, for crying out loud.
Well, you know what? They try to forgive him.
Human being.
Any idiot can roll around like a whale. Even the ex-boxer does that, And there's another guy. He called me yesterday on Bobby's show to move it to another subject. He calls me a worthless human. Okay? So let's just put that out there. This guy sits behind the judge's people, so he calls me a worthless human or something to those druthers. So, I mean, I got a lot of guys' cases. These guys just don't have any respect. Okay, that's all I have to say. As far as the Jets go, let's win some games. Tankers are losers. Nick's a very passionate, optimistic guy. I love him. Jake, you're hanging in there. He hangs with the team through thick and thin. And that's what we want. We don't want fans coming in and out. So I know he's a moderate guy. So, and he tries to help Chucky boy, but he's got to man up, man. It's time to man up. Don't come after me. I'm the wrong guy to come after, my friend. I've been around too long. I'm 74 years old. Ex-boxers or what? You want to come after me? Come on. We could have the 1804, duel if you want to. Okay?
Were you there for it?
I'll meet you in Weehawken. You got it? That guy better keep his mouth shut, telling me worthless, okay? He better go take a look in the mirror when he calls people worthless of no value. Come on. You know what? That drew a line with me, but the line in the sand was crossed. All right?
Ladies and gentlemen, Dave Briga.
He thinks that Gorman needs to get a frickin' job. This cowboy hates to see Asmaniacs complain. What they call him, one-punch Briga. You need to get a job. What they call him, one-punch Briga. The beast is on his ass. They call him one-punch Briga. Has anyone seen Dean Mack? They call him one-punch Briga. You'll only need one.
Tremendous job by Dave Briga.
Who would want to piss that guy off? Like, number one, he's an awesome guy. Number two, it scares the hell out of me. I'm not scared of much in life, Jay. But Dave Briga's on that list.
Well said. Well said. Bino says, Briga says, have a W-2 or STFU. Well done. Well done, Bino. That is well played. More calls right now, ladies and gentlemen. We have a man who is maybe too cool on the line.
Adam is cool, although kind of basic. He claims he's too cool, though often quite basic. He makes great jet points, looks a little basic. Adam is cool, too cool, but basic. Some would say generic.
Hey dudes, how's it going?
What's up, buddy?
Hoodie Adam here.
I'm wearing my Tarad headgear because he looks like Lady Terrell for some reason with a helmet on. It's kind of like distracting to me. I don't know if you've noticed that, just the way he's got this, like, does he wear a hoodie under his helmet?
He's wearing one of those like winter ski masks type or like neck protectors to kind of,
Poor guy. He always looks so cold out there.
Shannon Sharp teased him about wearing the loose grabbing sweatshirt because on that one long run, they grabbed it. And he's like, you can't be wearing that loose stuff. And he's like, man, it get cold in New York.
Welcome to New York.
Yeah.
No, but anyway, wow. I mean, madness stuff is already underway, isn't it? I mean, these calls have been nuts lately, and we're not even in the off season.
We've only just begun, Adam. We've only just begun.
Now, if this is how Beast is, with the mail service, I wonder what he's at the DMV. I'll have to ask him.
Oh God.
Wait, does Beast know how to drive?
I don't think he has a license.
Doesn't mean he can't drive.
Or a car. I don't know.
You can't drive. Look at Adam pushing the envelope here.
All good. So I was just thinking, is there any particular stat that you think is that what it's called? Any particular
it's called a shiesty. What Tyrod's wearing.
Okay, noted. I am not. I learned a new word today. So anyway, is there any stat in particular that you think is misleading about the Jets' progress this season? Is there anything that if you look at the box score, you think, oh, we stink at this, but maybe it's not exactly true?
I don't know if it's a team stat. I think Mason Taylor's overall stat line is a bit misleading. I think he's been better than what his numbers would indicate. I think he's been victimized by bad quarterback play and an offense that has just had issues, just to quote the owner, completing a pass.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. I think I know the. I'm sorry, Nick. You were gonna.
No, I was agreeing with Jake. Go ahead.
So I was just thinking with Fields. I think I figured out the thesis of what they were trying to do with him. The reason why Lamar is great and Josh Allen is great and Hurts is great, is that like they throw the ball and then that opens up the run. They play both. And I think they knew that the passing game was sort of a flaw with Fields, and they were hoping that they could develop his passing game, which is why they tried to make him pretend to be a pocket quarterback when he's clearly not. But he's unfortunately just seems to be too one-dimensional at this level that he could just run. He can't really throw it deep. Like they didn't even trust him to do it. But I don't know. Like it's in the end, it's a shame because it was a nice idea, didn't play out. So I guess the question is, I'm not a cap expert by any stretch, but if we have cap room, can we like kind of buy him out early and just like drop him next year altogether and just pay him now if we have the cap space?
Yeah, it might be tough to do that though. Like you got to try and see if you can get something out of someone you just paid. No,
I mean if you give him the money up front sooner and then you can go play for another team. I mean, if it's
There's
just
no
like
buyout option in the NFL. You either cut them.
yeah, like you're going to take the cap hit
There's
regardless.
no buyout like the NBA.
Yeah, I don't. That's why I'm not a cap expert by any stretch. But I was just curious. Like, it sucks that we are on the hook for him next year.
You're not a cap expert, but you're a hoodie expert.
Hoodie
dude,
Adam. Yeah,
I do have a lot of hoodies. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to keep it on. At any rate, it's so interesting that we have all this focus on Brees, and I feel like I think in the end we're all in the same boat. Like I think extending Brees is the answer. And by the way, with the running back stuff, where does LT rank in your list?
As a Jet,
as a
he's
Jet.
not up there.
I mean, he only was a Jet for 2 years. He was awesome. He was a really productive player in those 2 years and helped the Jets get to the championship game his first year. But Thomas Jones was better. Brees was better. If you just look at like the overall body of work, I love it. I mean, I have a LaDainian Tomlinson jersey in my pocket still. I loved LT as a Jet. He was one of my favorite non-Jets in the league. And then when the Jets got him, like it was awesome. So I'm a big fan. But I think he's probably at least like 3 at the highest, I think, because you're going to go since Curtis. So you'd go Brees, Thomas Jones. You probably would still have Chris Ivory in front of LaDainian Tomlinson too.
Okay. No, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I think
Paul Powell would be in front of, by the way, LT as well.
Interesting. Frank Gore.
Yeah. Frank Gore.
We're
Talk
still
about the Hall
waiting
of
for him to
Famers
get
that
the
had
line
a
of
stock
scrimmage with how far Gase had him lining up. One day he'll get there.
Anyway, with all this focus on Brees, though, I do feel like will be interesting to see what happens with Braylon Allen. Do you think they're going to bring him back?
Yes, he's under contract too.
Yeah.
That's Braylon Allen when he hits the hole, baby. He's like a bus hitting beast. Yeah, Braylon, he'll be back. So will Isaiah Davis, and hopefully they re-sign Brees. Now, before we get to the last remaining calls here, we do have the raffle for anyone just checking in. We're going to raffle away a Jets Legends jersey. And if you don't want that, we will raffle away this signed photo of Gary in space. So you choose the prize you want, Jets jersey or this photo of Gary 3D boxing in space. You let us know. On that note, let's bring in a man who was called out by Dave Briga. Dave Briga did not enjoy Charles Gorman saying on the show yesterday to go F himself, I believe was the exact quote. So let's give the man himself a chance to respond.
Hey, Charles! You'll never get my chicken soup recipe. Hey, I'm not saying that Lowski takes steroids. Please, some of it. Hey, Charles! Who is that lovely lady? Sing it this way, Charles!
I said F you, Dave Briga, not go F yourself. I said F you, Dave Briga. That's what I said.
I see.
Second of all, I could care less what Dave Briga said. He's done nothing but say negative comments about me for months. He's been bitching, complaining about me not having a job. I mean, I'm trying to get a job. I'm trying to get help through DVRS. I'm going through some stuff right now with SS Social Security right now. So I don't need this bullshit right now.
Why did you block the big fella? I saw his comment in the chat that you blocked him.
That's between him and me.
It's not.
Wait
it's
a
on
second.
YouTube. It's public. Now, big fella's been very helpful towards you. What are you doing blocking
You realize,
somebody like that? who's trying
hold
to
on a
help?
second. Hold on a second. When you got catfished live on the air in Asmaniac
I
Madness,
know what he did.
he spent $200 of that $800 that we gave you. Unblock him immediately. That's ridiculous. $200, Gorman. He had your back at your lowest moment in the show.
I'm not doubting that, but there's another part of him that I don't like.
Oh, wait. Hey, hold on. Let's keep this not Abdul Carter-ish.
Oh, he left. He just left. Wow. Coward. You're a coward, Gorman. How dare you?
He may have gotten a call or something bumped him out. I didn't see him go and exit. He might be back in.
Charles, call back in immediately.
Ridiculous to block the big fella.
Of all the people to block, unbelievable. Adam just sent this in. Look, I'm giving money to Jake and not Gorman. Go to jail and show us some respect next time. Wow. Adam was going to bounty Gorman. Unbelievable. Adam, I got you down in the raffle, and you have a bounty to be used later because I know what this was for. But Gorman dropped off.
Bounty in the bank. I like that, Jake.
A bounty in the bank. Yep. Bounty in the bank. Unbelievable. He blocked the big fella. What are we doing?
That's ridiculous. That's very Indianapolis-ish.
What a Colts fan. Unbelievable. Amanda writes in, Charles Gorman's a fraud and deserves to get catfished again.
Amanda, can we pay the $50 for the bounty to get her to catfish Charles?
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Adam, thank you again for the super chat, my man. I got you with your 10 entries here for daily and weekly. Damn, man. Gorman, call back in. We got to make this right. Gorman, you're in the chat. See? You just responded to Amanda. Call in, Gorman. We were making such progress the other day with you doing the I'm having a seizure celebration that Marcelino McCrary Ball was doing. And I don't want it to all be for naught, but you can't block the big fella. Come on, Gorman. Call back in. You know you need to do what is right. Let's go.
Yeah,
this is
can't
asinine.
fail like that when come on, Chuck. It takes 2 minutes out of your life. You have the time.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right. Well, if Gorman doesn't call back in, there's nothing we can do, people. But in the meantime, this man has called in.
Holy shit, look at that beard! He has a beard, he's the man! Ain't no Santa Claus! Papa Jet loves the Jets! He's one handsome son of a bitch! It's Papa Jet!
Hi, guys.
Hello, Papa.
Hey, bud.
Hey, if Gorman calls back in, I understand, so go right to him. You can come back to me. But I got a few things here, Jake, so I'll make them quick. As far as what Chuck did with Dave there, I don't know if it's a generation thing, but if I would have laid an F-bomb on any adult back in the day, I wouldn't be talking to you right now. I mean, even if I would have called one of the neighborhood dad's dude, it wouldn't have went well. It was like the whole neighborhood had a pact, like all the adults, had permission to do what you got to do, But I don't know if it's generational, but and as far as this tanking talk, I mean, the people who want to tank, are they getting mad at the actual team itself or the situation? I mean, do they think actual players are going to tank?
I believe
no.
that some
Yeah,
fans
go ahead,
are
Nick.
so obsessed with their take being correct, they will go any lengths to want that take to be right. They believe we got to get the top pick. We got to get the top pick. So all other logic exits and they become tunnel vision and focused on the top pick. And now the team who let them down by losing is now letting them down by not doing what they want to do.
Okay. Because there's no way players are wired that way. Like, I'm going to half-ass block. I'm going to half-ass tackle,
Not at all.
But
You're
you know how
100%
I
right.
feel about it.
You see the locker room, right? You see the locker room videos. That team is bought in and they want to win and they love their coach. The only time that I would be in for tanking, like last year, you fired your coach. You fired your general manager. You knew something new was coming in and it wasn't working. Then, okay. But you don't want to lose in the beginning of a regime. You want that regime to be successful by any means necessary.
Well, let's say this too, Nick. You want no player or coach, even like the lame duck Jeff Ulbrich era last year, once they fired Saleh, and all the players are still trying. Everyone's trying to win. It's just like people need to accept as a fan, like how we root, one, has no impact, and two, like, again, players do not lose and coaches do not lose on purpose. Like, Aaron Glenn's never going to sacrifice a chance to get wins, because a year from now, if the Jets are struggling at this time and people are saying he's got to get fired, we're going to cite his record and we're going to bring up these games against the Dolphins on Sunday and the other games and say it counts for his overall record. And we're not going to be like, well, most fans weren't even rooting for wins at this point, so you can't put that on the coach's record. You know what I mean? Like, every game matters in the NFL. So how we root has no impact. You could argue it's better for the Jets to lose. I think there's a healthy debate on that. At the end of the day, how we root has no impact, and it is what it is. Like, let's just see where they finish.
Okay. I got just a few more things, Jake. I'll make it quick. As far as the Bills-Jets game, the last game of the season, Jake, I think you might have mentioned it. If it came down to the last game for better positioning, maybe you would just, okay, go ahead and lose. But for me, being a Jets fan in Bills territory, that's my Super Bowl right there.
Yeah.
If I beat the Bills, close out that stadium with a Jets win, that is my Super Bowl, because it's not easy living in this area being a Jets fan. Just,
no.
And
they knock them out of the playoffs, I get it. If, like, the Bills have everything wrapped up or whatever, and, like, you could tell me, Papa, the Jets could go from, like, 7 to, 4 with a loss. Like, I think it kind of depends, but I see your point. I totally understand that. They're playing the Bills. I hate the Bills, so I get it.
Yeah. And with me, it's like I said, it's my Super Bowl. And as far as Bang goes, Mateo, I don't disagree with all his points, but it seems like if he's not bitching about something, he's not happy. I never seen a happy chat with him. You know what I'm saying? It's all negative. Like, Jake, you could put a Playmate of the Year in front of him, and she's saying, "Take me, Bang." He would complain about her lipstick or something. He seems like he's that type of, he's not happy unless he's bitching. And as far as Gorman goes, maybe I'll get blocked after this. And I said this on a previous call. As far as his job search goes, I do not ball bust him on it. And I get what's going on. And I told him, like, getting a job is going to help his mental health. He's going to get out there. You get more social. There's discipline there. It will help his mental health. And I forgot to say this last time, but you know how he's talking about the lovely ladies or whatever? If he goes out on a date with anybody, I guarantee within the first 3 minutes of that conversation, she's going to ask, "Where do you work?" So it's just going to help him all the way around. Now, this is the last thing, Jake, as far as him going to Indy, look, I've been a Jets fan for 52, 53 years, especially in this area. I wear that with pride. To me, it's dedication. People around here call it stupidity. Whatever it is, I own it. It's mine. I'm a Jets fan. So when Charles dissed the Jets and went to Indy, there's no forgiving that for me. He can worm wiggle his way all the way back to Indy. He ain't getting back on the Papa Jet train. That's all I got.
Ladies and gentlemen, strong takes from the great Papa Jet.
J-O-B, job.
Whoa, baby.
That's a man with conviction right there. Man of principle.
Well said. Ladies and gentlemen, we got some big things to get to still. Bino, though, super chatted, and he goes, "I'd like to enter and forward my said prize to the legend One Punch Brigga. Hashtag W2 or STFU. Bino, I got you in for 2. Nate with a super chat. Gorman should take all the time he has doing nothing to block every single one of us and find an indie show. So Nate coming up and in on Charles Gorman. Wow. Again, super strong. What is happening here? Clearly unbelievable. Folks, it's happened. Charles Gorman is in fact on the line. So right now, we get to the man himself.
Hi, I'm Charles, and I'm going to talk about Spider-Man and movies and sports and video games and maybe hot chicks.
Hello? Apparently, people want me dead. People want me catfish. People want me to drown in shit.
Dead?
People.
Who said dead?
I'm just being a little theatrical, so don't mind me. People want me to be
drastic.
catfish. People want me to drop, take a hike. People want me to pack my bags and leave. Well, I'm sorry. This is America, and I'm staying right here. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You damn right. As for Papa Jet, I do 100% agree with him that
North Carolina Tar Heels, they beat Kentucky last night. Shout out to Knopcraft for the mug.
I do agree that getting a job will definitely improve my mental health. And I'm definitely sure that if I go on a date with a woman, she'll ask me what I do for a living. He ain't wrong
I'll ask
about
before
that.
you get the date. So don't worry, the date won't happen.
J-O-B, job, job, job.
Can I give you some advice, Chucky?
You can call me Charles, but yeah, sure.
All right, Chaz. You're entirely too combative for absolutely no reason. You're turning into Bob, where you're just arguing with people to argue with people, and you're looking for reasons to be angry. We're a Jets community. We're not a random NFL fun group where like everyone, oh, you're Indy, you're the 49ers. Yeah, let's all hang out together. We're a Jets group. That's how you got to know all of us, by being a Jet fan. And the big fella and me and many others, Jake, have gone out of our way to help you and try to get your life on the right path. And for you to come out and have this stance that everyone else is doing you wrong instead of you not doing you the right way, gotta go. It's a real fucked up mentality to have. And to lash out at others who only want the best for you is a really bad look. Forget the indie fan thing. Just on a personal level, you shouldn't be turning against people who have gone out of their way and gone out of their pocket to help you, and with their time have gone to help you. Don't look at them as the enemy. Look within, bro. Go Jets.
Hey, I got a
Hello,
question.
beautiful.
We could talk. We could talk about this. What don't you like about me, bro? I bust balls.
Like me. You look like
What?
me.
Yeah. It's fine. It's fine if you don't like me. I get it. It's not a big deal. But for my own personal growth, what don't you like about me?
I'd rather not discuss this in the public. I'd rather us discuss it on Discord.
Because I bust balls, and we've had this conversation where I bust balls and stuff like that, but I've always tried to help you, no matter what.
I appreciate that.
So
why did I block you?
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm my own worst enemy. I block people because instead of me I block people not because I just don't. It's not because I don't like you. It's because so that I don't get into a heated argument or say something that I'll regret for the rest of my life.
Yeah, but
That's the way.
But the thing is, okay, I'm a big boy. I can take it. All right, I've been through a lot of shit.
Trust me, I said a lot of fucked up shit that I shouldn't have said in my past. And
but let me tell you something. You can't say anything that I haven't heard before, man. Trust me. So if you feel bad about it, I get it. But and if you want to continue to block me, that's fine. I understand. But fact is, you have to discern between breaking balls and people being malicious towards you. And I don't think you can actually discern between the two.
I've struggled with that all my life because of how bad I was bullied as a kid.
Well,
and that kind of traumatized me for years.
But the thing is, fix to that, right? Like,
you have to,
for example, the big fella right here. You can look at this situation and say, Has this person tried to help me? The answer is yes. Okay, he's not being evil or vicious or mean to me. He's got good intentions. Problem solved. You don't have to block anyone.
Let me ask you a question. Do you know why I dressed up in the bat suit and stuff like that during Asmaniac Madness?
Because you're a Batman fanboy?
No. The reason why I did that was because I was happy that it was me instead of you going up against JJ, because I feel JJ would have shredded you. And I wanted you to feel confident, and I wanted you to go up against me. And, you know, I wanted you to be comfortable. That's what I wanted.
Were you comfortable in the suit?
What?
Were you comfortable in the suit?
Fuck no. It was sweat. Yeah.
But I remember you told me that when you guys wanted me to dress up as Captain Marvel / Shazam at the draft party, and I wanted you to dress up as the Batman, you're like, no, it's too damn hot in that damn thing.
So
Gator says that you're a douche-faced, chicken soup eating, jobless trader with a bad haircut.
Whatever.
Listen.
Now this would be an example of Gator trolling you because he's just messing with you. Don't take this seriously.
Right. We all joke around in this thing. Some of us don't. I'm not naming names, but others, most people here do. Okay. And you have to be able to discern between the two. Okay. You want to be a Colts fan? Go be a Colts fan. But on this show, it's a Jets show. Okay. So, and Jets fans have been through a lot of shit. You should know this. And coming back to be a Jets fan again, and I'm not saying you ever weren't a Jets fan, but if that's the case, it's going to be tough for you, man. I'm telling you. And I've always tried to help you, and I'm trying to help you now. So, you know, you have to either kick the Colts and stay with the Jets, or kick the Jets and go with the Colts.
Yeah. We already have one person named Indy Jets in a Jet chat. We don't need two.
Exactly.
Well, I don't. Good point.
And we'd love to have you back, but you have to make that. You have to stand up and be like, "This is my team," or it isn't my team.
This is my Colts.
Exactly.
Wrong line, big fella. Back it up. Don't go there.
Yeah. But no, Charles. I've always tried to help you. If you want to keep me blocked, that's cool, man.
Unblock him, Charles.
I'll do it right now. After I get off.
How many? Can we get a list of the people that you have blocked?
There are a lot of people that are not part of this community.
So
I just want the names in the community. Like, for example, Jake, big fella, you guys know I've done a lot to help Charles out here. He has subscribed and unsubscribed to my channel like 4 times in the last 2 months.
Well,
I'll get an alert, I'll see the name, new subscriber. Like, oh, Charles Gorman. That's interesting. I thought me and Charles were friends. Oh, in, out. He's more in and out than Nate. Pause.
Well, let me end on this note. Charles,
listen, forget about reading the goddamn chat. Close your eyes and listen to the messages we're trying to give you to help you.
Listen, let me end on this. Charles, if you block me or unblock me, it's all good. I tried to help you, and I would do it again in a heartbeat. So anyway, hopefully we'll meet up again, and I'll talk to y'all soon.
Be good.
That's it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the big fella. Gorman, your thoughts?
What he said was true, and I need to be better myself. I still have a hard time distinguishing friend from foe at times. I still have a hard time distinguishing what's a joke and what's not a joke. Something I gotta do. I gotta do some soul searching. One of the people said I need to do some soul searching.
How about this? I'll put myself out there again to help you. If you are not sure if it's friend or foe, ask me.
I declare myself a friend.
Yes, foe. If it's Nate, yes, foe. Block Nate. You don't.
Everyone in the chat, declare if you're a friend or foe to Gorman right now.
Charles is going to have a busy afternoon.
I'm a friend. All right. I just commented friend. Right in the chat if you are a friend or foe to Gorman. Immediately. Nate says he's a foe. So now you know. My brother, he says friend. Yeah, so now you know who's a foe and who's a friend.
I put friendly foe.
Sam with a super chat. Gorman, when you're jobless, finding a job is your job. Stay positive and keep pushing. Salute. Well said.
Charles, this is a problem, right? Like, it's not so much just the job with working, it's having a purpose in life. It's having something to fill your time. It's not being on the internet all day. It gives you purpose in life. Go volunteer somewhere. If you can't get a job, like we know you're on Social Security, go volunteer. Do something to have a purpose, to get out and away from the computer and the phone for a bit. Like you can go volunteer anywhere.
I need to run a poll here. Are you a friend or foe of Charles to get a better idea?
Oh, can we bet on it first? The results.
You can.
They're FanDuel odds. Look at you. You even got a belt on today. What the fuck is going on?
What do you mean? What the hell is going on?
You're not usually in slacks and a belt. This is rare.
These are jeans, not slacks.
Charles, you're not going to hang yourself, are you? Put that down.
It's to charge my laptop.
All right.
I'm not going to hang my.
All right.
You really okay? I may have been that crazy, but I'm not that crazy.
I've been in your apartment. I thought I saw Brooks was here.
Hey, Georgie says you're a chump.
Good to know, Georgie. Good to know.
All right, the poll is live, folks. Are you a friend or foe of Charles Gorman?
You don't put a TBD? I can't get it to be determined?
No, you got to make a decision. You got to declare. And since we ran a poll for old time's sake, that drop must be played. Anything else, Charles?
Nothing, man. I know the Knicks lost yesterday, which sucks.
It's a human
Incredible.
segue. I love it. It's
Incredible.
a human segue. That's it. None of this happened.
Charles, I'm a friend to you, not a foe.
I know. J-O-B, job.
What a moment in time. How do we follow that one up? Well, we got 2 calls left on the raffle because this show's already gone. Wait, you know what? 3 calls left. I didn't realize that Indy Jets just called in. Indy, go ahead.
I had a question for Charles, and I was hoping he'd still be on there. You know, the Asmaniacs, you know, we're all Jets fans for the most part here. I would say probably 99% of them. Have the Colts fans helped Charles out like this group has? I mean, if he really wants to know who his friends are, look who helped him. And that's what, and Nick, you have done, you know, probably more than anybody for Charles outside of his family. How could he even question your friendship? And maybe that's what he doesn't understand. You know, I feel kind of bad for Charles because he doesn't see that all these people, you know what, we may tease each other, we may go back and forth and you know and say some wild shit towards each other, but we're still here, we're still Jets fans, and I would say pretty much everybody in here is you could consider you know, a friend / family here. Charles, you need to understand this. This group of people that you just, Dave Briga and everybody, they show you who they are, buddy. And when somebody shows you who they are, believe them. Just believe them. And if they're there to help you, believe them. Nick Shine has done so much, and Jake, and I know you have too, you know, and all that. And so this whole community has helped you, Charles. Just believe them. That's all you need to do. And if somebody's one of your family members, like this group of people here, is giving you a hard time, it's because they love you. If people just said screw Charles and never spoke to you again, then they're probably not your friend. This guy, this group, this family has continued to engage, even after you've spit on them, even after you said F you, Briga, and all that. You know what? They're still here. Charles, those are the people that you need in your life, and you need to listen to these people because that's your family. That's all I had to say, Jake. Thanks,
Well
Nick.
said, Indy. Well said.
This team is a disgrace, an abomination, you name it. This team is a disgrace.
All right. We got Taylor, and then Black Gypsy will close before the raffle. What's up, Taylor?
I don't even know what to say.
This is perfect cut. That was for after a serious call. That is after Indy Jets finishes a call. That was perfect, Jake. That was amazing.
Oh yeah, I'm like usually I'm pretty strict to the Jets and want to talk business, but first it was the Beastbreaker video. All I could think of was like you ever seen I Pronounce You Chuck and Larry, where he's arguing about his insurance things. He's like, you said woo. I don't know. I guess I'll throw in an advice for Charles. Do either of you know if he does therapy?
Rapist for 1,000.
I don't know. It's a good question.
My girlfriend's a therapist, and she specializes in I'll say the Gorman type, and I think he could benefit a lot from
I'm
that
sure
if he's
he's
not
in something, because in order to get some of the meds he's on, you have to see somebody. So I would think
he
yes,
should he should
some way,
he
shape, or
should
form he is.
That's all I'll say on that. And actually I'm interested to get Black Gypsy's opinion, because my only jet point I'll say today is everybody's really hard on the coaches, and like I am too. And I think Glenn and Engstrand should get more leeway than Wilkes, because they're both first time at their jobs, at least Engstrand at the NFL level. And I think there's been, some improvements from both of them. And Black Gypsy's main point with the Brees Hall thing, it's like maybe the stats definitely don't reflect it, but I'm like, I think Brees Hall is definitely a main part of their game plan every single week. But also the other teams know that it's not a secret. And Blewett does the film review every week, and there's guys running open. I don't think Engstrand's doing that bad of a job. I think can he develop a quarterback? That's a whole nother question, because his first sorry, big fella. Don't worry, my girl doesn't need any more clients. You can have them. But yeah, I think Engstrand's, his schemes are modern and they're good. His first task of, trying to develop a quarterback, albeit not a rookie, was Fields, and he failed horrifically in that. So, maybe that's a downfall in his, in his stock. But Wilkes is the one, he's been a DC for, how many different teams for how long. And he's the same old guy. So I think, most of us feel the way, that Wilkes, the odds of him improving are probably a lot slimmer than Engstrand and Glenn. So.
I agree. Good call, Taylor. Yeah, look, I don't think Wilkes should be brought back, but prove us wrong these last 5 games. You go beat the Patriots and Bills, you finish 8-9, I think he'll be back, right? I mean, I guess you never know. Let me get to this one last super chat before we bring on the big fella. And again, we do have the raffle coming up shortly here for a Jets Legends jersey, or if you want, we'll send you this photo of Gary in space. So it's up to you. You pick the prize. Paul says, do the right thing, Charles. Well said, Paul. And now, time to check in with one of our favorites. Today's closer is...
I'm Black Gypsy. I'm gonna set all you delusional Jets fans straight. Your takes make me wanna punch you in the face. Or kick you in the crotch. When this team sucks, they suck. I'm Black Gypsy. I'm Black Gypsy. I'm Black Gypsy. I'm Black Gypsy.
Morning, Asmaniacs. So, Gorman, what I need from Gorman is an apology. It's not what you do, it's how you do things. All right. And after you did it, you were a dick. So, friendly foe is where I'm at because of Jake, not because of Jake and Shine, basically, because of the relationships you have with him. Like, I'll let it slide. But what did I feel when he did that? I was like, yo, you're a traitor. Like, when you do certain things, there's consequences to your actions. And because we're nice, like, we just make jokes. Like, the jokes are what are bothering him. But you did something that causes the jokes. Like, I have family members that call me for money, and I'm like, go fuck yourself. I gave him money when that shit happened to him. So we have something into it. Like, just apologize. Say you were wrong. You were in your feelings. The Jets suck. It pissed you off. I'm sorry. And then we can move on to the next. You know what I mean? Like him doing everything around it and then getting mad at us. It's like, yo, you're hurting yourself because we are here to help you. We've been trying to help you. So, I mean, let me help you. So everybody has my thing with Angstran messed up. I don't think Angstran is bad. I just haven't rated him good because I need to see more from him. And why I use the Atlanta game as a good reference is we knew that when Bijan comes into the stadium, we have to stop Bijan. We knew we have to stop whoever their receivers are. Like we knew what they were going to try and do, and we tried to do our best game against that. And he still had a whole bunch of yards against us. Like everyone keeps on saying, Brees is not Bijan. He's not, but Brees is good enough where you could do Bijan things. So that's what I want to see him do. Like build a playbook from running back to tight end to receivers, because that's how games are played. Your running back opens up your tight end, which opens up your receivers and the play action. We haven't seen that. We don't have a play action game to speak of from Angstran, really. His play actions are bad. His blocking schemes are bad. So that's where, like, I'm not shitting on Angstran. He's a rookie. He's learning as a rookie. Like, I shit on Wilkes. From game 2, I said Wilkes is garbage. Worst coach we've ever seen. I've never really shit on Angstran. I just said I don't really believe in him yet because he has something to prove.
He's gonna get more time. So hopefully he does continue to improve. I've been encouraged by some things he's done this year, though. I don't think he's not Nathaniel Hackett. Like he's not completely incompetent. I think there's been some things that are encouraging, but
he's better than Hackett and he's better than LaFleur. Because LaFleur schemes underneath very well, but long distance down the field, he did not do very well.
Hey, what kind of car is that?
Oh, it's a golf cart. I'll show you guys. I build golf carts.
How the hell are you sitting in front of a steering wheel?
I build custom golf carts. I'll show you guys. Flip this.
He's Black Gypsy. Yeah, that's sick. Oh, yeah. I like it. Could you build an Asmaniac customized jet-themed golf cart?
I can build you anything. I am the guy that builds everything. So if it's electronic, whether it be electric car, conversion from your gas car to go electric, I can build it. There's nothing I can't build.
Charles loves it. You won Gorman over. Says, nice go-kart.
It's a golf cart, but I'll take it. That's basically all I have. Like Gorman, just I get that. Like because it's crazy. Because sometimes I watch and Jake, you're a douche. Like if there's a button to poke, you're gonna do it, and it's hilarious because it's entertaining. But when he calls into the show, he has to know that this is gonna happen to him.
This team is a disgrace, an abomination. You name it. This team is a disgrace.
I don't know what you're talking about, Black Gypsy. Good call.
I won't have you spreading lies on this channel about me.
By the way, Sean, I got both your super chats. You're in the raffle with these. Sean says, Jake, when I call him, please keep Beast away from me. Sean, you commented on the show yesterday afterwards that I was disrespecting you, and I didn't understand what you meant. I had to do a shorter show yesterday because I was going to the Rangers game, and I did radio yesterday. I started the second show at 5:30. So you and a couple of people who weren't able to get on, if you call in, you'll get on. It's just sometimes you call at the very end of the show, and I got to go. I can't be on forever, Sean. So, and next time you call in, I might have to put Beast on with you because I don't like how you continue to think I'm disrespecting you when I'm just doing my job, man. God. Gator writes in, put this in for Charles to get a #1 Jet sauce jersey. Also, if we play the Colts at home next year, would you expect a sauce jersey burn? F. Charles. Damn, Gator. I don't think Jet fans would burn sauce jerseys personally. I don't think so. Joe says, Jake.
Them next year, by the way.
Yeah, we don't. Did you see the Dane Brugler mock? I did. I will potentially cover it this afternoon. All right. I said Gypsy was going to be the closer, but earlier we had some comments from Dave Briga aimed at Gary. I actually saw this comment that Dave actually wrote. There will be no teasing on my level with that dope ex-boxer. So, ladies and gentlemen, calling in to respond, calling in to speak his mind on Dave Briga is none other than this guy.
Extraordinary. Extraordinary. That's extraordinary. That's extraordinary. That's extraordinary. That's extraordinary. It's quite extraordinary. Quite extraordinary. You know, women shouldn't vote. Just do laundry and vacuum. extraordinary.
All right. I don't know if I called him worthless or what my exact verbiage was, but it sounds like something I'd say. So I'll take him.
UFCTE. I'll remind you. You did.
I did. I'm not saying I did. I'm just saying I don't particularly remember that. I'll take him at his word. It sounds like something I'd say. So I'll take him at his word.
Check the
he starts fighting with everyone. He's got something insulting to say to everyone. It's just every
not
time
true.
he calls in, he's got something. That's why he got into it with JJ. JJ is about the nicest guy in the world. He gets into it with JJ out of the blue. He does it all the time. 74-year-old curmudgeon that starts fights with people. Right? You can't even have a conversation
usually
with them.
gets people to respond, though, Gary. I'll go
What
to
was
bat,
that?
Brigga. Dave's been very respectful towards me. Like, he doesn't go to fight with everyone, but when you just call someone a 74-year-old curmudgeon, I think they're gonna
I think
fire.
there's a little bit of a history with me and Brigga. I don't think this is out of the blue. Do you, Nick?
I don't think it's out of the blue, but I think it starts, and I don't think it's with everybody. You're saying with everyone.
I don't think people walked on the moon, which I think is wild. And for that, he comes after me every time. Right?
Explain
That's
this
the
then.
Yeah, you were there.
This is hysterical. It's good, guys. It's good. It's good.
I don't know if you could see it, but it does say Brooklyn across the front of the astronaut outfit.
So, like, this is the thing I don't understand. Him and Charles, I'm not him and Charles, him and like, half the other calls call in and tell Charles to get a job. But if I tell a woman to stop being loud, focus on your family, and get a husband and stop being a hoe, I've crossed the line. But telling Charles every day to go get, who knows he needs a job. He knows, he's fully aware that he needs a job. That's fine. Go tell him to get a job every day. But if I tell a girl to get a man and focus on your family, then I've crossed some major line. I don't really understand the contradiction here.
Well, the line you've crossed with me is that you're calling into a Jet show with a Dallas Cowboy sweater on.
This is not a Dallas Cowboys sweater. It's a Texans flag. Don't ever say I'm wearing a Dallas Cowboys sweater. Now you've crossed the line with me.
Oh, sorry, buddy.
All right, all good. But I just wanted to go back at Brigga and explain. He starts the fights with me. He's my least favorite person I think I've ever spoken to, and I mean that in a real way. If I'd rather spend the whole day shopping at the grocery store with Indy Jets fan than I would rather spend 5 minutes talking to Brigga. Like, that's how painful it is.
I think if you guys got dinner, you guys would have a great meal together.
I don't think so, Jake. And no, even if you paid for it, if you paid for the finest steakhouse in all of New York and said, I'll pay for it, you get dinner with Brigga. No, not for 5 minutes.
Dave Brigga says, I don't like you, fraud.
You don't have to like me. I don't think he knows what a fraud is. I don't think he knows what that
Yeah,
means.
about the comment above that one. Amanda throwing punches like a championship boxer.
Gary, the hoe of all hoes.
What up, Amanda? How are you? I ain't no hoe.
Look, Dave, I'm going to put the link in the chat if you would like to respond. Obviously,
I don't want to talk to him. I'll explain. I guess Nick, I called him useless or worthless. What did I call him? I'll take him at his word. It sounds like something I'd say. I'll stand on that. That's what I called him? And Bobby's show? Okay.
If Dave Brigga said you called him that, I believe
I'm
him.
not gonna back down from that. I'm not gonna backpedal on that. No, I meant what I said.
Well, I'll tell you what. You really have crossed the line this time.
Ladies and gentlemen, sports fans of all ages, welcome to the event of the year, the moment you've all been waiting for. This is the Asmaniac Rumble.
How's it going, Dave?
Hey, I'm always having a good day. You can't even remember you called me a man of no worth. Now that's something. You know, you're really something, Gary. You're really something. You know,
It's
you
quite
pontificate.
extraordinary.
You
Quite
pontificate about everything. You're far from extraordinary, my friend. You're far from extraordinary.
I said it was extraordinary.
You
I
reach
said it was
toilet
extraordinary.
bowl levels calling me worthless, okay?
Of no value.
That's
Yeah,
all I can say.
Just to clarify, of no, but by worthless I meant of no value.
Well,
yeah,
that's great.
what I meant.
That's great.
Yeah.
You're of the most excellent value, sitting
I
there
agree.
behind your desk. Yeah,
I agree. Yeah,
You're a
agree.
valued person. All you do is condemn people.
I haven't condemned anyone.
You condemn everybody all the time.
Who did I condemn?
Everybody,
That's
all the time,
so
you're
you
on there
couldn't name a
condemning
single
people.
person. That's one lie. Continue. Remember,
I
every liar
won't lie.
has a
Hey,
place.
don't ever call me a liar.
You just,
Fat,
what is the
fat
word in
mouth.
the
Don't
English
call me a
language for
liar,
someone who
fat
tells
mouth,
lies?
okay? Hey,
What is the
you and me
word?
are going to get it. You know what? You want
What
to have a
is the
duel?
word?
Maybe that's what we need, a good duel.
Yeah.
I'd love to get it with you.
I'm
You're
from
a
Texas.
wise guy,
I
the
come armed.
ex-boxer.
Be careful.
You know
Tread
everything.
lightly.
You,
I always have
oh,
arms
hey,
on me.
buddy,
I'm
you
always armed.
think I'm afraid
Be
of you? You
careful.
got another thing coming. I
Yes,
would
you
got
are.
guys like you. You're just, hey, I'm 32
Yeah,
years
this
older
is
than
good.
you, and I don't fear you one bit, buddy. Not
This
one
is
bit.
good.
You shut your mouth about me. You called me worthless. You
This is
crossed
going to
the
be a productive
line.
conversation. This is going to
You're
be a
an
productive
idiot.
conversation. Good. Thank you.
You're not. You're
Thank you.
far. What do you do behind that desk every day? I go to
I
work. What
work.
do you do?
I work
What do you
every
do?
day. What do I
Explain
do?
it.
I mean,
Hey, by the way, what was your boxing
you
name?
ask a
What was your
question and then you keep
what was?
talking. This is what I mean. He asks
No.
a question and then he keeps talking.
Well, tell
He's
me.
a
Tell
worthless
me what
human
it is.
being. Human beings listen. This guy doesn't listen. He
I'm
just
listening.
keeps
Go on.
talking and
I'm
talking
listening.
and talking and talking and talking and talking and
Spout
talking
it
and
out,
talking.
bird brain.
Shut the hell up. If you want an answer, shut your mouth.
Say it.
What's your question?
What's your question? What's the question,
I don't have
bird
a
brain?
question. You asked me a question, you retard. This is what
You're
I'm
a
saying. He's
retard. You know
absolutely
what? I'd like
mentally
to knock your
retarded. He
face
asked
out of
a
that
question.
wall.
I don't have a question. You asked me a question.
You asked me
You
a
said, what do I do
question.
behind?
What do you do every day? What's your daily activities?
I don't care
What
you
is
think
your
about
daily
anything.
activity? What
My
are your
daily
daily
activities?
activities?
I'm a
What do you
father.
do all day? What do you do all
Stop
day?
talking. I'm done. When you ask a question, wait for the answer. Okay?
Okay, answer.
You're
I've
socially
asked. I'm waiting.
retarded. You're 74 years old. You have
I'm
no basic
waiting.
social skills.
I'm
Stop
waiting.
yelling at me. What is your question?
What do you do all day?
I'm a husband all day. I'm a father all day to 3, 2 special needs kids, and I own a small business. What do you do?
And you're behind the desk all day. You don't redeem the time. You're a scriptural man. You stay behind that desk all day. Redeem the time.
For your
Go
opinion
read
on
your
anything. I asked you
scriptures, buddy.
answer my question. I told you what I do. I asked you a question. What do you do? I told you what I do. I'm a father to
What
my
do
3
I do?
kids, a husband to my wife, and a small business owner. What do you do?
What do I do? I work
What do you
at. I work. I have rental properties. You know, I do. I exercise daily. I try to help
exercise
people.
daily.
I have a
That wasn't- you
ministry.
make my list
I have a
before.
ministry. Okay, in my local church. All right. That's what I do all day.
Cool.
I
Awesome.
read the
What's your
scriptures.
point? I read
What's
the
your
scriptures.
point? You're asking me. What's your point?
I'm having conversation. You asked me what I did
Hey,
all day.
by the
and then
way, I got to ask you a question. What was your boxing name?
you
What was
ask
your
a
boxing?
question, wait for the answer. When you ask a
Okay,
question,
go on.
shut the hell up and wait for the answer. Just shut your mouth and stop talking.
Okay,
When you
go on.
ask a question, the smart thing to
go
do
on.
is to wait for the answer.
Okay, go on,
How are you
Gary.
74 years old and this socially
Well, go on.
retarded? No. You at no point anyone.
Hey, don't ever call me retarded.
Probably
You,
no one.
hey,
No one
fat
ever
face.
thought you
Don't
had
call
a
me
conversation.
retarded.
Stop talking. Stop talking. You're talking while I'm
I have
talking.
stopped talking.
You're still
Okay?
talking
I'm
right
not
now.
talking. Go on, talk, speak.
You're
Speak.
74 years old, and no one ever taught you how to have a conversation. It's amazing.
I have conversations every day,
I
Gary.
yield the floor to you. I yield the floor to you.
You're a provocative guy. That's all. You're just a provocative person. That's all.
So is Jesus. So is Jesus.
Don't compare yourself to the Lord. You're far from it, my friend.
No, I'm like him.
Okay.
I'm a Christian. I'm like
Well,
Christ.
okay, that's great.
I'm
Are you
like him.
born again believer or what?
Of course, I'm a born again believer. I was born
Okay,
again
good.
13 years ago.
Good. That's good to
No,
know. At least you got
15 years
one
ago.
one thing going for you. One thing.
I don't even like. I think you have a heart for Christ. I do. I just think you have no social skills. I think you have a heart for
I
Christ.
have
I really
plenty
do.
of social skills,
No,
my
I don't
friend.
think you do. I think you have no social skills.
You just
I do
aggravate me
think you have a
because
heart for
you're
Christ,
a
though. So
particular person.
I do
That's all.
think think
You're
Christ can
ignorant.
use you. I think
You're an
Christ can
ignorant
use you.
guy.
That's fine. I think
You're
Christ can use you. I do. I think you have.
Oh, you know exactly. You know everything. You're a man of great value. The man that knows everything. The man that corrects people. The man that condemns people. You know, the man that takes scriptures out of
You tell
context on a
Charles
daily
and
basis.
Bobby to get a job. You do that all the time. You do that on a
That's what
regular
they
basis.
need. They need to have.
Says
You know,
who?
they need to have some
Why
type
does
of
Charles?
freedom.
Why? What says who?
Charles K. Did you see
Then he
the
will get a
language this
job.
man
Then,
uses?
if Charles wants a job bad enough, he'll get a job.
Charles
He's a grown man.
is
He doesn't need you to hold his hand.
I'm not holding his hand. He needs to be productive in life. He needs to have some production.
I don't know what Charles does all day. I have no idea what he does all day.
I don't know what he does. Probably nothing. You know, he eats.
That's not Charles. Charles is a grown man.
Snacks.
He's not.
He
He's
likes
not
snacks.
16. He's a grown man.
Well,
he knows what he needs to do.
He's not a grown man. man. He needs to
He's
grow up.
32 years old or
He-
something like
he's
that.
32. That doesn't mean he's grown up.
He's grown. He's an adult.
He may be sized up, but he's not mentally sized up. What?
It's
Hey,
just a lack of motivation. If he wanted a job, he could go get a job. If he tried,
well, that's what we're trying to get him to do. That's what they're trying to get him to do. That's all.
He doesn't want to do it.
But he has to try. He's just wasting his life away.
Not only does he not have to try, he's not going to try.
Why? Why do you say that? He has to be motivated some way, shape, or form. He can't live like this forever.
At a certain point, he might get so desperate that he becomes motivated, but he's not at that point.
Well, he's got to get there.
I can't want it for him. I can't do it for him.
Well, we want the best for him, right?
I want the best for him, and I'll pray for him. I'll pray that God blesses him with motivation. I'll bless that God blesses him with a job, but I can't make him go get the job. I can't go out there and get it. I can't.
No, we can't. No, he has to get to the point where he realizes that. Stop that terrible language. His language is horrid. His language is terrible.
I'm with you.
All right. Well, we don't have anything else to talk about, so let's just end it here.
From the mouth comes an overflow of the heart.
Well, there you go.
You got a potty in your mouth because not you. You don't have a potty in your mouth, but people with a potty in their mouth have a sewer in their heart.
Yes, everything comes from the heart. So, all right, well, take care of yourself.
Dave, be good. God bless you. I do think you have a heart for Christ. I do.
Well, hey, the Lord put it there, not me. Okay.
I agree.
It's all by the grace of God. So we have problems. We have sin that remains. So that's it. Penalty's been paid for. Dominion no more, but the sin remains. Okay. God bless. God bless everybody. Come to Christ.
You said repent and believe the gospel.
Yeah, prove your claim. It's not my claim, it's history's claim. You're an ignorant person. I was there. I know when.
You were on the moon?
You just don't believe it.
Give me the evidence that people walked on the moon.
You don't make any sense.
All I'm asking for is evidence.
You don't believe in achievement.
This is irrational. You're acting like an irate 5-year-old.
Listen to me, big mouth.
Dave Brigham, look like a man. It's not my claim. It's not my burden.
You said you went to college. They teach you nothing?
Shut up.
Don't tell me to shut up.
This is ridiculous.
You're ridiculous.
You can't have a rational conversation. You can't shut your mouth.
What's rational? You're just a denier.
How does me knowing the name of the 3 people who died on the Apollo prove that people walked on the moon?
That itself doesn't prove it, no.
Prove your claim that people walked on the moon.
Men don't die for no reason at all.
How does men don't die for no reason prove that people walked on the moon? Your evidence is that you were alive when someone claimed to have walked on the moon.
I was living then, yes.
What does that prove?
I believe in achievement. I believe in a space program.
You believe in achievement. Therefore, people walked on the moon. That's your argument?
I believe people didn't lie to us like you.
I believe in achievement. Therefore, people walked on the moon?
Go read the history. Go look at films. I have books.
Then this should be easy for you. Prove that people walked on the moon. You've done all the research. This should be easy. It's not my burden.
Buzz Aldrin, in his mind, had to calculate the exact landing. You believe it was a cover-up?
I don't believe the claim that people walked on the moon. That's it.
I have to prove history, but you don't have to prove anything. Go take some more headshots. You need some.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that Rumble had to have been Jesus Christ, right, Nick?
I think the winner's us for getting to watch that. Who had them calling each other retarded to then blessing each other at the end? I mean, that is the definition of something going full circle. There was jaw-dropping moments. There was hysterical moments. There was confusion. That's an epic moment.
We covered a lot there. We really did. That was an all-timer. There's no doubt. Look, if Gary and Brigger could come together at the end there, so can this great country.
I hug him every day. I hug him every day.
What a moment. Anytime you get Gary and Brigger in a Rumble, it's all time. And it all started with that faithful March day last year when the moon landing debate went head on. Wow.
Yeah. This is a remarkable day. Charles, just a mention of Charles got everyone fired up.
Ladies and gentlemen, an all-time show. After I said the other day, the show with Beast versus the U.S. Postal Service was an all-time show. We ended with a raffle now, folks. Last chance to get in probably already happened, but if you go quick, I'll add you. Here we go.
It's time to announce the winners of the weekly Asmaniac raffle. Let's spin the Jake Asman Show Wheel of Champions and find out which Asmaniac is winning an epic prize.
Who's going to win a Jets Legends jersey? Ladies and gentlemen.
Two.
Nick Shine. He wants it. Okay, Nick Shine. We will put you in. Black Gypsy also with his traditional last-second gifting of said membership. Bob DiNucci and NYR all receiving a membership. Robin Boy Wonders. Got you, Robin. Nick Shine, another one. All right, last-second entries here.
Wait, mine went to Disturbed Nick. It's perfect.
Disturbed Nick. You're a member. Unbelievable. All right, I got everyone. By the way, in the middle of that rumble, we got Carlos saying, do you see Fields going to Minnesota? Which I got a kick out of. Got two grown men calling each other retarded. And do you see Fields going to Minnesota? I do not, Carlos, but thank you for the super chat. Mike Perez, Jake Show, therapy at 12:30, fight at 12:31. All right, we got everyone accounted for. If you win, please email me your name. Please email me your jersey selection.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, hold on. We got more. Leany in North Carolina. Leany in NC. And then Jetstream. I see you, Jetstream. Jetstream 1989. I got to copy and paste your name 5 times. Where were you guys during the actual show? This is why I say get the names in early. All right, Jetstream, I got you. Let's cut everyone off from this point on. You've had plenty of time, people. Wait, Jake. Not yet. 1 second. Nate, are you gifting? I can't have everyone do the Black Gypsy. These shows are going to be 4 hours long. Nate, I'll give you 10 seconds. If not, it will count for the afternoon show. 10. Not, he said, just kidding. Not, Nate, gone. See ya. Hold on. We'll pause the raffle to first throw Nate in the hole.
2.5 hours overdue, man. You got to do that sooner.
Ladies and gentlemen, the raffle will have to wait because right now, headed to the hole for the remainder of the show is Nate.
Now look what you've done. No more protection from the Asmaniacs. Had to pull you out of the chat and cast you down with the sodomites. Some time in here will feel like you've been run over by the lane train. You understand me? You catch my drift? Give them another 24 hours to think about it.
Okay, now the raffle for real. Here we go. Good luck to everyone. Your winner is... Is it going to be Gator McCluskey? It is. Gator McCluskey. Yeah, baby.
This team is a disgrace, an abomination. You name it. This team is a disgrace.
Congratulations to Gator McCluskey. Well done by Gator. Big thank you to everyone. Gator says, to Charles, please. Now, Gator, should we get him a Colts jersey? Colts sauce? You pick. I'll work with Gator. I'm figuring that one out.
Half Colts, half Jets, but it's Gardner on the back.
Oh, my God. I don't know how we could do that, but we'll have to figure something out. He goes,
There's some Chinese store that will do it, Jake. We can get it done.
Sauce number 1, Jets. You got a deal. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the show. Nick, you're the man. Everyone go subscribe to the Nick Shine YouTube channel. The link will be in the live chat shortly. We will put it in there for you, Nick. Make sure you throw it in. All right. We are all set. I will talk to you guys this afternoon, roughly 4 or 4:30 Eastern. Jeff Parles is the expected guest, so I'm looking forward to that. Until then, I say farewell. Love all of you, and JETS, 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 Jets.
You betrayed the Jet fandom and left the fan base.
You can't tell me how to be a fan.
Now, Peter Castro says Charles is a bit of a cross-dresser. Is this true?
No, I'm not a cross-dresser.
Jetpack says, get this weirdo Colts fan off my screen. Bad Juju Gorman. And now Sauce is hurt. I think you're responsible.
The stupid worm dance by McCreary Ball was complete garbage.
Any chance we could get you to reenact that?
No, I'm not doing that, Jake.
I think that would win people over, though, Charles. If you want to get the
doing it, Jake, and that's final.
I think it's a pretty easy dance to do, right? You literally just get on the ground and you kind of do like a worm-like thing. Tell Charles in the chat that you will accept his apology.
Jake,
if
Gorman gives crap.
Charles, I'm trying to help you. This is your opportunity to win those people over. Give us the seizure celebration. Turn this into yours. Don't rip ass. Ladies and gentlemen, Gorman doing the seizure celebration. Here it is on the screen, folks. This is what Charles Gorman is reenacting right now. He wants your support. Give us the seizure. I'm reading the comments. They're all positive. Common Country, I forgive him. Party with Peg and Artie. Charles, you're a great man. Good guy, Greg. What a trooper. Oscar, sorry, Charles. We're glad to have you back.
Can I stop now?
Keep going. You're winning people over. Gary King, Charles is the best. Mike Perez, first time you cleaned your floor. Great point. 305, Charles, your neck beard has reached legendary status. You use more of your arms. He does like some like arm flapping in his. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a man that has earned your support.
J-O-B, job.
Oh, hi. Jake wants me to ask you to click on the like button.
That's right, Lane. And if they don't subscribe to the Jake Asman Show, this team may never win another game. Let's go, Jets.